Give me timbers. Bring him from the yard. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is Rumboyz After Dark. And as always, I am your host, your boy, the Admiral, Rumboyz Robbie. And I'm joined by my loyal panel. As always, we have one member backstage fixing his audio. So I'm just going to introduce him first. We do have Bogart here from the GMM Network, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be joining us. As always, representing Rumboyz Combat, we have Jake Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, what is good, brother?
It's a good day. There's actually fights the 30th, by the way. Tyron Woodley versus Burns. Just announced today. So, yeah. Big card. And Caitlin Chukagan is fighting Valentina's sister, who just was knocked out by Valentina. So she might get knocked out by both Shevchenko sisters in 6 months.
I believe that I did get that notification.
Yep.
And I haven't even looked at the fight card yet. I'm super excited.
It was announced.
UFC helped bring back.
It was literally announced an hour ago. Dana just said we're going to have fights. We talked to the governor. He's letting us do it. So
nice.
And that wonderful, deep voice that you hear, ladies and gentlemen, with the pirate hat on, representing clock management, fantasy football on the clock. Dustin, what is going on, brother?
What is up? We're gonna be doing a mock draft tomorrow that will be dropping. A lot of fun. We're getting a bunch of people in on it. It's gonna be a great time on our show, and I'm just excited. There's more football news going on. We're starting to get to that time of year where people, it's starting to amp up. People are starting to get excited for fantasy football. So make sure you check us out so we can help you get prepared. And there he is.
Speaking of getting people prepared, speaking of fantasy football, the chief editor of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, along with our young Jordan Love as well. But we got Miles, football Peacock in the building. What is going on, brother?
What is good, my fellow brethren? Just in time. Logged on just in time, ready to hang out and party with y'all tonight. I got the kids with the wife doing some other stuff. I'm tired from doing a whole bunch of yard work. I was at work all week long. It's been a tough week, so cracking open a beer with my favorite fellows on Twitter, on the internet, the best folks to talk sports, baby.
Well, yeah.
I'm just jealous, Miles. You got your own emoji.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has the peacock. He has the peacock emoji.
I have yet to actually use that. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I forgot that there's even a peacock emoji. That's great. That's awesome.
I've been using it the last few weeks in the chat.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are available on sportscaster.com. Be sure to download the Sportscaster app on all Apple iOS devices. That means your iPad, your iPhones. If you got the i in front of the Apple on it, you know what to do. Head to that app store, download the Sportscaster app. I would also like to remind everyone out there, are you sick and tired of not being able to win some cold, hard cash during this quarantine? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have good news for you. Sports are coming back. And I have everything from esports. We got a little bit of golf that's coming up here this weekend and next week as well. We have UFC Fantasy over on monkeyknifefight.com. The NFL is going to be gearing up there. It looks like they're going to be starting on time. NBA is coming back. NHL is coming back. So we got a whole lineup for you guys. We got you all set and taken care of. All you have to do, head over to monkeyknifefight.com. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps. Whenever you go and create your account, we're going to match your very first deposit all the way up to $50. All righty, gentlemen. Y'all ready to get into the show?
Let's do it.
Hell yes. I was trying to stall and wait for Bogard.
Bogart.
Oh, gosh, yeah, he's fixing up his mic. Be sure to spike the like over in that YouTube chat, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna roll right into the very first topic, and the very first topic is actually we're gonna start off in the NBA as well. Aside from them trying to figure out how they're gonna get started, not a whole lot really happening aside from this. NBA legend Paul Pierce does not rank LeBron James in his top 5 NBA players of all time. There goes Justin.
I got you.
He does not rank LeBron James in his top 5 NBA players of all time, which to many in the world of sports seems pretty fucking crazy. First off, where do you rank LeBron James in terms of your greatest players of all time? And is it preposterous to say Paul Pierce doesn't rank him? Has he lost his goddamn mind?
Yes, he definitely has. Because if you look at how the NBA has changed, if you were the best player of the more modern era, you're better than players in the past. The NBA is always getting better, and players are always getting better at every level. So the bench warmers today are as good as some of the stars in the 90s. So yes, he's really crazy. And even if you take the debate outside of the top 5 all time and go to all time starting 5, he would be in that starting 5 over Larry Bird, in my opinion. So I don't see how you don't have LeBron as a top 5 all time player, and I have him at this point really close. At number 1, he's tied with Jordan right now, and I have him slightly better than Magic Johnson.
Fellas, we fucked up. We fucked all the way up. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the boys and girls, what it do? Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
We did fuck up. That's weird.
Me trying to light this fucking cigar, bro. Are you a bad cigar?
Yeah, you look badass with it though.
Thank you. You know, the haircut helps, everything like that.
That's what it is.
Anthony in the chat says, Paul Pierce is bitter.
No, he really doesn't like LeBron.
Yeah,
there was a game in Boston.
personal.
The first game he played against LeBron in Boston, LeBron got more cheers than he did.
And they were actually like talking back and forth during that game to each other, and like LeBron made some gestures towards them that he didn't appreciate. I was reading about this recently.
Yeah, well, LeBron pretty much said, "Oh, I got more cheers in your hometown." Going to the halftime locker room area, and Paul Pierce attacked him.
Yeah, Paul Pierce spit at him at during the game too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pierce, I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You can't like your competitors too much.
Okay, so how does your top 5 fall, Jake?
I would go LeBron and Jordan 1 and 1A. I want to see longevity from LeBron to really make him have the Kareem stature of longevity, as well as the numbers that Jordan had on averages. So that's 1 and 2. I have Magic 3. I still actually have Kareem 4, and I have Kobe 5 right now.
Ooh.
No,
and I might have missed somebody that's controversial, correct? But I don't have Larry top 5. That's one thing people I think I'm crazy for. But
yeah, I got Larry in my top 5.
Okay.
I can't.
See, he didn't make my list is the exact same as Jake's.
Okay.
Well, same people, not the same order.
Okay.
I got for me, I got MJ. MJ's got to be number one. Then LeBron, which I mean, I didn't like LeBron when he first came out because I was a huge Kobe fan. So I was like, no, it's got to be, Kobe. But I'm going LeBron. Then after LeBron, number two. Then I got Kareem, and then I got Kobe, and then Magic.
Yeah. My argument falls apart when I say I don't have Larry because of the fact I think LeBron's better, had a longer career, and then you throw Magic, who had 9 seasons. It's like, well, he had the best 9 seasons and he made the finals almost every year, so he did something right.
And he beat AIDS, so.
God damn it!
He beat HIV. He did not beat AIDS. He has magic pills. HIV.
Magic pills.
Fucking Miles.
That's funny. No, for me, I'll just give you my order, and I didn't really, like I said, I've been super busy, but off the top of my head, I would go MJ number 1. I would throw Kobe all the way up there to number 2 with a number of championships, just the accolades and stuff like that. Then I'd sneak in. It's tough for me here. I would literally really want to say LeBron here, but he's still not done, so I would put Kareem, then LeBron, and then Larry right behind him at my number 5. So that's the way I have my top 5 shaken out. Lots of love to Larry. That guy was cold. I mean, he played a whole game with his left hand. Guy would talk trash right in your face, and MJ respected him, so he's definitely in my top 5. That's the only place where, like I said, I disagree with you guys. But good lists, and I think everybody's top 5 is pretty similar.
It's a lot of.
If you're in the top 5, there's discussion. You could be number 1. That's the thing about it. That's kind of how I view it.
Okay.
I mean, I think there's a discussion, but really not a great one. I think there's about 3 guys that there's really a discussion for number 1.
Yeah.
I like Magic
too.
I like Magic a lot.
My dad has always said there's no better basketball player in the history, and there never will be, than Kareem. His generation. So I understand that. He's not Kareem.
I'm passing this one over to Bogart. Bogart, welcome to the show, man. GMM Network, what is good? Oh shit, I have him fucking muted.
Oh yeah.
There you go. You had a little bit of fuzz.
Oh shit, am I still fuzzy?
It's not as bad.
I switched my mic. I think it might be my wire. Damn, should I fuck with it again?
First, let's get your take, and then you can go back and fuck with it.
Okay. All right. My top 5, gotta go with MJ. Then I gotta go with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard not to put LeBron just with all his final appearances. You know what I'm saying? But I will put Kareem there. Kareem get the money, dollar bill, y'all. Then I'll throw Bron, and then I kind of want to get funky. Like, how come no one's mentioning Dr. J?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
If I'm gonna be biased, I'd be like Tim Duncan, but nobody's gonna ride with that. So.
But also, what is this kid? The white boy, Bird. You know what I'm saying? One hell of a mustache too. So I probably would just solidify him as a 5th.
I thought you were talking about me.
Oh yeah, honorable mentions when it comes to mustaches. You know what I'm saying?
This fucking guy. Okay.
Get your take, and then I want to throw something else in here on this topic.
Hell yeah. Bogart, go ahead and try and fix up that cord or whatever you got to do, all right?
My bad, B.
No worries. Yeah, actually, that's pretty fucking staticky. Damn. So my take here, gentlemen, look, I'm going to be completely fucking honest, all right? Yes, I'm gonna go MJ. I'm gonna go Kobe. Look, this generation and what this generation is built for, what they have to go up against, is different than players now. Like your nutritionist is going to chew you the fuck out if you have more than a goddamn glass of wine a day, and that's where it cuts off. Like back then, they were on beers, drinking beers. They were fucking. Jordan ordered pizza in the middle of the night. Like, LeBron is not going to order a fucking midnight pizza and cause himself to get food poisoning. Like, that's just not the way that's working.
LeBron won't, because he owns a great supplement company called Ladder that you guys should all definitely go check out.
Yes.
I saw that on one of your shows.
I love the shameless plug. I love the shameless plug.
I did. I saw that on one of your shows. Nice.
Very nice, brother.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to look into them because I do need to hook myself up with some supplements.
They actually are really good.
They're dope.
Yeah.
They are good. They are good. Gemmo's up in the chat. What's good, Gemmo? I see you, man. I see Treat. I see Blake. But no, dude. Like, so like for real. I'm gonna go MJ. I'm gonna go Kobe. And like I said, I'm gonna put LeBron right there, man. Just because these players, like no one was hitting from fucking 30 feet out back then. I mean, aside from Larry Bird, like now, like Steph Curry's pulling up. Fucking Russell Westbrook will do it. Like, it's just so casual now. Like, it's just a thing. I cannot believe that I just said that word. But no, like, bro, no. Hell no. Hell yeah. Up in the chat.
Yeah. And I think you could argue the most impressive thing LeBron has done is really adapt in the Steph Curry generation of basketball. Like 2014, 2015 Splash Brothers. He actually had to adapt his game after the game totally changed.
He is dominating. LeBron is dominating his own era and came in towards that tail end of that Kobe era and was still doing great things. The games between LeBron and Kobe were freaking phenomenal. They were amazing to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and me watching LeBron play, I used to get up, or in his earlier years, I used to get upset. The debate was always Jordan or Jordan LeBron. Jordan LeBron, I'm like, are we forgetting fucking Kobe here?
I got Kobe too. It's right there, you know.
Exactly. So, you know, I'll probably put Magic and then Larry Bird. Of course, I'm gonna have two Lakers on my list. That's a given. But that's the way I'd probably rank them.
LeBron's flop game is like nobody else's, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I just think Paul Pierce is salty. I think he always just was jealous of LeBron because he was that all-star starter every year before LeBron got into the league.
I mean, you know, and I could give Reggie Miller credit, real deal, LQ watching over on Periscope on Twitter. But shit, man.
I gotta say though, Bleacher Report, I was looking up stuff on this. I'm like, let me look at like some of the other people's lists. And so Bleacher Report has Kobe over at number 14.
Bleacher Report is fucking drunk.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, that's way too low.
Way too low.
Who works over there?
Right.
I mean, nobody from this staff thinks.
Yeah, basketball's not even my forte, but I mean, I know that's stupid.
Yeah, it sounds whack. Honestly, that's way too low for a talent like that.
Well, there is debate if Kobe's a top 10 all-time player when he retired.
Yeah, but top 14 or top 15 or like 14, like that's ridiculous.
I'm sorry. So
I don't agree with
five rings. We just disregard fucking 5 rings.
Well,
that's why I have him right there.
I don't even use the rings argument for it because that depends on teammates. I just see Kobe's individual performances and say, win or lose, that dude carried the team when he had to.
Yeah,
and the best they could. So
they have Shaq as number 6.
How many rings does Robert Ory have?
7.
Oh, dude, he has 7.
Holy shit, that's crazy. I thought it was.
That's why I don't like the rings argument because based on the rings. Based on the rings argument, Russell Westbrook is way worse than Derek Fisher because Derek Fisher has 5 and Russell has 0. So there's no way you can compare those two. That's why I don't like the rings argument. But I like the performances. Like if I see someone dominate a game, I'm like, I don't care if he wins a title. I don't care if his team. Well,
I think the rings matter when the team is on your back. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
LeBron,
like Michael Jordan. Yeah, LeBron. Their rings matter because like. They're the ones who won those games. The teams, it wasn't. I mean, their teammates obviously matter, but they're the core of the team. When you're looking at a lot of other players, like Ori,
Steve Kerr,
the team was not based around Ori.
Yeah, he was just.
Steve Kerr said it. they were asking if he'd turn his 5 rings in to have the disappointing playoff losses that Steve Nash had. He's like, no. There's no way I would not want to be Steve Nash. Like, that's not a debate. I'd get rid of everything and be Steve Nash because he had more impact and was a better player than me. Like, I'm not even going to debate the idea. Like, yeah, I'd give up the wins. I don't care about those. And if I could be Steve Nash and have a better career, you do it.
And one hell of a fucking hockey player, that Nash. One hell of a Canada
soccer player as well. He's tremendous.
Yeah,
he's
his dunk contest off the head to Mari Stoudemire.
That was dope. I saw him in that Gash game when he got.
There we go, Bogart.
San Antonio. Yeah, sounding good there, Bogart.
He broke his orbital, right? And he played with a broken orbital.
Yeah, he played against San Antonio. He was bleeding all over the place. I was there at that game. It was freaking awesome. Because I'm a big Steve Nash fan. I wasn't, back in the day as well. So it was just cool to go and watch them. And San Antonio's real close to where I'm at, so I'd always go watch the Spurs. Especially, after they drafted Duncan, and he's probably like the biggest name in my household. Everybody has a Duncan, Ginobili, Parker jerseys all over the place. So huge Spurs family at where I'm from. Okay. We like the Rockets too.
I can't stand the Spurs, but I'm in the Western Conference, so
That's right.
Popovich is good. He's just great.
I don't really dislike any team anymore, except OKC. Fuck them.
We know because they we know.
Bro,
cry us a fucking river. Thank you, man.
I will.
You look different. I was like,
let me go ahead and plug my homie Donnie Prime. Make sure you guys check out Donnie Prime over on the gram. Get him on Instagram, Donnie Prime. If you're in Colorado, you're watching the show. My man's, he's hooking up the cuts. He's up and coming in the barber game, and he's nice with the Clippers, but no LA.
oh, okay, I see what you did there. You know what I'm talking about?
Fuck the Clippers, bro. I had to throw a diss, man. I had to throw a diss shot. I think it's super interesting how by the way, like I did mention, we are going to have NBA coming back. They are looking to return. The date that I am being told, July 15th.
Oh, 15th. I thought I had seen 21st, but
was it?
I don't know.
I believe it's July 15th. Yeah.
Let's get a pool going.
Does it matter if it comes back? Are they resuming just straight up from the playoff schedule, or how's that going to work?
I guess it's going to be kind of like an NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think they're still figuring out exactly like the details on it.
I know the NHL is doing they're calling it the Coronavirus Cup, and
hard.
And
I don't know if you want to win that one,
dude, yo, and fucking for what they're doing is they are going to do a 24 team bracket. Detroit Red Wings fans, don't worry, you didn't make it. Okay.
He had to throw a shot again. He's like,
yeah, I did. What really pissed me off about that one was that they put goddamn the Bruins and the Penguins right up there at the top and just completely disregarded and shitted on my Capitals. I was pissed.
What about the Sharks? Are they in it?
I think the Sharks are in. I think you guys are going to be a middle tier seed. I'll have to look. Leafs defense, Triet, who is actually going to be our NHL writer coming up soon, sent me their audition piece. Very nice, very astute hockey piece. But so we'll be getting some hockey news up on Rumboyz.com for all of you guys. But yeah.
I'm become a hockey fan again. It's been since the early 2000s since I've really was into it.
Bro, I'm about to become a hockey fan. Seattle, we're getting a team.
Oh,
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gravitated towards the Golden Knights of Vegas because I'm over there so often, and I was there when the whole Stanley Cup was going on as well. So that was cool to watch the entire city kind of get hyped for that.
Yeah, my wife is from Vegas, so
I love Vegas.
I miss Vegas.
I got a timeshare in Vegas, man. I miss it. It's calling my name.
Yo, notice y'all all started saying Vegas, and anyone that's been following the show knows that Jake pre-pandemic was literally supposed to go to Vegas for a trip. Notice that motherfucker muted his mic. Did anyone else notice?
No, I was talking about in the comments section how Derek Fisher might have not gotten that shot off in Game 6 in 2005 against the Spurs. Like as a joke.
No, I hate that.
I replied with,
four.
it was a close call, but Derek Fisher and Kobe ran to the plane faster than Derek Fisher ran from Matt Barnes. So.
Yeah, dude, that I'll never forget that night when I saw that play go down. I was literally at my dad's house with my brother-in-law. We were drunk watching it. My friends were like, come over after the game, and they called me. They're like, it's already over. And then I was like, bro, don't jinx it. And straight up, when I was on the phone with him, like, boom, they stink that shot with 0.4 seconds or 0.4, whatever it was.
Allegedly.
Oh man.
Don't fade away in 0.4 seconds.
Don't you allege it none of my championships.
That was a heartbreaker for me. That could have been another.
How do you catch, turn, and take the shot in 0.4 seconds? It's physically impossible.
Jake.
Destiny.
Jake.
But it was on the road too, so you can't even blame home court advantage.
Jake, how did Kyrie pull off his goddamn shot for y'all to beat the Warriors, huh?
There was 40 seconds left.
I don't want to fucking hear this shit. I don't
Who cares?
want.
You could review it. Doesn't matter.
Hey,
Kobe ran to the plane. He's like, "We're done. We won the game. Doesn't matter. Don't look at it."
You know what? Every time that y'all have, you know what's something fucked up about the Cavs, bro? You know what? As long as you want to open up wounds and you want to talk shit about 4-second shots, Jake, why is it every single time that y'all have a good player, LeBron James, Ron Harper, they fucking leave y'all for someone else, okay?
Well, that was never Harper's team. That was Mark Price's team, and he was injured.
Bro, Harper was running that fucking team, bro. Harper was the guy, man. Everybody had a number 4 jersey back then.
Mark Price is the second all-time player in Cavs history. Actually.
In terms of.
And he invented the floater. Fun fact.
I like
Look,
that.
moving the fuck on.
You learned something.
Let's talk about something that is actually in Jake's goddamn repertoire, all right? Rumboyz combat. All jokes. Rumors swirling that Mike Tyson could return for some sort of charity fight. Are you fellas down to see Mike Tyson fight at age 52
Hell yeah.
or not? You buying it or not? We start with Bogart.
I'm buying it because you know what I'm saying. You know how I feel about Mike. He probably was chilling with the Toad one day, and then you know what I'm saying. I think he even said something like the war gods told him it's time to come back, or some shit like that. I dig it, man.
Yo, that is a scary thing to know that war gods during a DMT trip spoke to fucking Mike Tyson and said, "You need to come back and hit a motherfucker in the face." Like, ugh.
I mean, I hope they don't pin him against like some young dude that could like mess him up. I hope they give him someone soft because I want to see. I just want to see Mike just cake someone.
Yeah, we don't want to see Rocky 5 with like the young and upcomer, kicks his ass on the street or whatever. No, we don't want to see none of that. But I'm pumped up to see Mike Tyson whip some ass. I saw a video of him training recently, and then the one from a couple of years ago where he's throwing a combo. He's like, "Oh man, I can do like this," and he's moving hella fast. He can still knock your head off, man. He was a scary man back then. He's still a freaking scary man right now. He knocked the shit out of Eminem in that Godzilla video. I don't know if you saw that.
I remember that.
but yeah, dude,
I didn't even hit him. It was a complete accident. I don't know what to talk about, Miles.
Dude's a beast, and I'm definitely buying that. I'll give take my money. I'll watch it for sure.
It's completely ludicrous.
I'm not happy about it, but I'm buying it. I don't want to see him go out there and not look like the Mike Tyson I remember, because that'll be sad. Like I always hate it in MMA when a fighter's past his prime, but he just keeps going out there and getting like knocked out, BJ Penn. But I just want I want to remember him being great. I don't want to see something that's like, oh, this is sad.
You don't want to see Rashad Evans.
Yeah, and we were talking about this at work actually, and but Mike Tyson is he's a warrior. He is a legit warrior. This man, he would prefer to go out there and die in the ring. I'm pretty sure. That's how he wants to go out. He loves combat that much, and he craves it. That's how he wants to live his life, and
That's how he
from
wants
beginning
to live
to
his
end.
life.
Yeah.
He wants to live his life with all of the violence and the
Right.
trauma.
He wants to go out on a shield.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm with it.
Tyson was on the Rogan podcast a few years ago and said he was scared to touch boxing gloves because he did not want to go back to that part of his life.
I just felt I was.
But then he
so
picked
scared,
it back
man.
up, so he has something planned. Obviously, I want to see 2 fights. I want to see him fight that atomweight that Floyd Mayweather fought in Japan. So it's a quick 3-round fight. He wins in 15, 20 seconds. Or I want to see him fight 50 Cent and
What
get
the
revenge when his bodyguard, when Hamo shot 59 times and Tyson didn't know about it. I want to see the revenge fight.
What the?
That's what I want to see.
You know
Tell
what?
me you don't want to see that.
I'm picturing the article, pre-fight and post-fight from you. Like, does this article come with diss tracks and music? Like, are you?
Yes.
Gonna go back and
I
play-
mean, Mike
Are you gonna
Tyson
play
rapping would be
anything?
great. I hope he releases something.
Mike Tyson would just do the hype, be the hype man for Cannabis's diss to 50
Yeah.
Cent.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
I'm just saying.
So wait,
That'd be
y'all
great
all
just to have this happen because they squashed it. I think they're kind of over it all, and I just want to see like the entertainment aspect of it bubbles back up and see if those guys.
Ja Rule's
all-
gonna perform. He's gonna perform in Mike Tyson's entrance.
Oh yes,
It's
the 2
murder!
smallest rappers of all time, Ja Rule and Cannabis, gonna come out hyping him up.
Y'all all
John Roll with
showed
the biggest voice.
our viewing public how fucking old all of us are.
Most of them don't even. It's okay, Robbie. Most of them don't even know Cannabis is a rapper. So
They're like, yeah, I had some of that earlier.
Tyson would
Like-
walk out to the classic DMX vibe. He always
like a
did.
weed plant's gonna walk out in an arena. What?
Mike Tyson would walk out
Okay,
with
but let's be real.
Wait,
Who does not want to
plants
see
don't have
that?
legs.
Plant.
If he's gonna fight 50 Cent because 50's always in DMs of like UFC fighters like Masvidal talking trash, and he's like, "Oh, I could beat these smaller guys."
Hey,
Well, fight
Nick
Tyson.
Howard.
yeah,
Nick Howard in the
listen,
chat.
everyone.
Hey, Nick Howard in the
Hey.
chat. Hey.
Yeah, 50 went at McGregor, and it's like, oh, Mike Tyson, you're older. I think you could beat Tyson
Bruh,
easier than you
hold
can beat McGregor
on.
right now, 50 Cent. So
What about him versus Evander Holyfield again?
Oh.
Ooh. Bite his other ear off. Fuck it.
Holyfield's gonna wear earmuffs or like those.
Yeah, he's gonna wear the headgear, the boxing
Yeah,
headgear.
the headgear so you don't get the cauliflower ear.
yes,
Yeah.
I would hope the fight's, by the way, amateur and they do have headgear at these guys' age because I'm guessing they're
Yeah.
gonna fight an old dude. Let's
Dude, yeah,
not go
for sure.
professional.
I mean, have you heard Evander talk? He definitely is punch drunk. You know what I mean? Tyson seems more coherent for real though. Like Tyson seems fine.
It's
Yeah,
the
no,
weed, man. It's the chill vibe he had with Rogan. It's all the marijuana he smokes.
I heard Carl Malone talking today. He sounded so
It helps
old.
CTE, right?
Yeah, it helps a lot
It's
of things.
believed
Honestly.
it is believed it helps CTE.
Well, that's good. That's good news for me. I had a lot of concussions as a young kid.
So what's Antonio Brown been doing wrong?
Not fighting Logan Paul.
Oh
probably
my
doesn't
gosh!
Oh, Tyson versus Antonio Brown.
There
Yes.
it is. Dial it up. Dial
Yes.
it up.
He hasn't even fought Logan Paul yet, though, has he?
No.
AB needs to fight Logan Paul first.
Okay. Mike Tyson versus
Paul,
Logan Paul and Antonio Brown on the same side.
Yeah, there we go. That's entertaining. Take my money.
I'm in. I'm buying that one. I'm buying that one because Mike Tyson's still gonna look like a beast, and I
Yep.
get to watch
In
both
Bellator
those
too.
dudes
Make it
get
so
knocked
dumb.
out.
Just in Bellator. Not even the zone.
Jimbo say, "Yo, easy."
What is this too? I hear about Mike Tyson might even bare knuckle box.
That's what I've been. Yeah, he's been. There's
it's-
even
so
rumor
it's
that
not
he's
like
gonna
an
bare
actual-
knuckle box.
okay.
Yeah,
wow.
there's-
No.
Bro, he would destroy a man's face.
Bro, I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not. I don't give a fuck if Tyson is 52. Okay, I see that video on Instagram. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, he still got it. Fuck that.
So
he's
Mike
everything
Tyson
about
versus
that
Stephen A.
whole
Smith.
Emotions, too.
His boxing video was trash.
Same age? The same
Man,
age.
Blake in the comments says Tyson versus Fedor. I'm down for that.
Ooh,
Let's
Fedor
book it.
probably
TRT
would
Fedor?
do some damage. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
Fedor
TRT?
just fought, man.
There's a lot of fucking heavy hitting motherfuckers in the world. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let that just fall at the wayside.
I want Mike Tyson versus Tyson Fury's dad.
That one, no, that one has been in the talks. That one has been in the talks.
Please.
Yep,
With the dad?
yep. The big ones have been
Badass.
Evander Holyfield.
Grandpa Gypsy King.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's pops, and then the other one was Bare Knuckle. Those are the three ones I've heard.
They
Still
should
waiting
just
for De La
have-
Hoya to come back.
He should have
In-
one round.
De La Hoya is
fight
supposed
for
to
each one
fight
of those.
McGregor.
Yeah, in lingerie.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna walk out in full ball gown.
Pretty
Oh.
sure McGregor is going to fight Masvidal. There's a reason Dana took Masvidal off the Kamaru negotiations.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean,
Oh man, it's gonna be great. I'm glad sports is back.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna pull
Right.
a guy off the contendership for a title and say we have a money fight for you,
Hey, for the record, I'm so.
it's
glad
gonna be somebody big
Hey,
who doesn't have a dance partner right now.
In
McGregor.
the words of Jorge Masvidal, you guys are fucking mean. You know that? You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen when you lock that cage? I'm
He's a
gonna
bad
hurt
motherfucker.
him. I'm gonna hurt him, and all of you guys are mean for wanting to see that fight. I'm gonna hurt him.
That Ben Askren knockout.
I
was just
love
like-
his Scarface gimmick so
Oh,
much.
man.
It is so good.
Bro, I love Masvidal. I fucking love Masvidal. She's
Yeah,
street
it's great.
Jesus. He's
I
street
like that.
Jesus.
Is that
Yeah,
his real
sure.
handle?
I love it.
Jesus? That's a dope ass handle.
That's dope.
I
yeah,
know
like
Robbie
that.
doesn't love Florida. Masvidal is the best thing to come from Florida.
Look, it's only
Nobody likes
because
Florida.
it's no one likes Florida. It's only because fucking everything
Old
they
people.
do down there is just crazy. The
Shout out
old
to
people,
Kodak Black.
like
Antonio
yo,
Brown. What were the two players who just got arrested?
it's
No,
fucking.
uh,
I hate
Mark,
Florida.
Mark Walt. Mark,
Hey,
what's it, Mark,
You have Lamar as well.
Walton?
You got Lamar Jackson. Got the Bosa brothers.
Tone says the money. Tone, another Rumboyz writer.
Dion.
Make sure you guys head to
Tone, shout out to
rumboyz.com.
Tone.
Check these guys out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the Rumboyz writers. Rumboyz.com with a Z.
Shout out to Tone. Shout out to our new writers out there.
Oh wait, that one's not our tone. That's a different tone, isn't it?
What? No, that's our tone, isn't it?
No, that's our tone. Okay, yeah. I was like, hold the fuck up.
That's our
Right.
tone, I think.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Shout out to the people in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's get into the next fucking topic. Yo, I've just been signing so many deals lately. It's been fucking crazy, guys. I'm sorry. It's
Nah, do your thing.
God.
You know what
Really
I'm
That's
quick.
always fun.
At this point in the show, I would like to let people know about a brand new sponsor. Check out cbeerd, cbeerd.com. If you have not tried it, you should definitely try it. Really super cheap. It's a shot of CBD that you pour into your beer.
Hell yeah.
Or any drink for that matter. Your rum. Whatever the case may
water.
be, check out cbeerd.com. See where you could get it, or if not, order online.
You get some of that protein from Ladder. Throw a shot of that in there. You're good to go.
Some CBD.
You know how jacked, you know how responsible we would be for people being jacked in the gym? Just people like
And chill.
People like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? CBD, Leonard! Rumboyz clock management!
Imagine. And if you lose a fantasy matchup, which you won't if you listen to us, but if you find yourself in that predicament, then you go use that stuff and then hit the gym, right?
Yeah,
Get all that
and then when you have
frustration
to-
out.
And then right as you have to shit out all of the protein shake and everything, you log on to rumboyz.com and read all of our articles.
Yeah.
Boom, commercial.
Well, for the record,
shit.
guys, I was late to the show today because I was taking one of those protein dumps for real. It was tough, man.
Ladder, give me money.
Literally.
See, Beer D, give me money.
CBD, do you give me money?
Check us out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know what's good. Let's get into the next topic. And this topic right here, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in the industry that not just myself, but this whole entire panel works in, not all of our colleagues, and sometimes especially some of the older, maybe more senile ones, go on their shows and say a lot of stupid shit. So then we have to do all the research behind all of that stupid shit, put it together as a panel, and then come back here Friday nights and decipher it for you. So, Bogart, you know how it goes. Gentlemen, y'all know how it goes whenever we talk about someone stupid. Let's just start this one off with a gigantic one. Dum.
We're so out of sync. But you get the idea.
I tried to count it down, and Bogart was just like, "Duh!"
He jumped it.
I know, then we all just tried to jump in.
Exactly. We were like, "Oh, fuck it.
It's going."
Exactly.
We knew what was happening. We knew what was going on.
We sound like what I see drunk white women look like dancing in the club. Just completely offbeat. Just
no rhythm.
Rhythm.
I think we should start a barbershop quartet, if you ask me.
God damn it. Chris Sims, ladies and gentlemen, from Pro Football Talk. I feel like this is the second time that PFT has ended up on our show this week. I think they're just now saying stupid shit because it's coronavirus quarantine, just getting everyone fucked in the head, okay? He thought that
still publicity.
yeah, this is true. He thought that he could take the job being an NFL insider for just, I don't know, 15 seconds of fame, and dropped a bombshell stating that Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott turned down a 5-year, $175 million offer because he was not offered $45 million in the 5th year of the deal. Shortly right after that, after a whole fucking shitstorm went on, that I'm sure myself, I know for myself, so I'm going to speak for my goddamn self, but then many of the rest of you had to get out there and start putting out fires. So shortly after, fires were put out by lead analysts, lead NFL insiders, Rappaport and Schefter, later tweeted that nothing like this came from either side. Who do you gentlemen believe and why? And has Dak lost his mind? And is it time for Sims to just hang it up?
Okay, so I don't see any way this was offered, and Dak didn't take it, or at least have an immediate counteroffer, and the negotiations continue. I mean, once you get to that point in a negotiation, and the agent wouldn't stop it, I'd imagine, because they're pretty close to finding that middle ground. I think this contract, if it was offered, in principle, would be close. I do agree that as Dak's contract is farther in, he should get paid more just because of the market that's about to be set, and his agent knows that. With the other two quarterbacks, with Watson and Mahomes signing next year probably. So I think that this is how the contract negotiations will end up. I don't think the Cowboys gave him $35 million off the bat. That's the thing. I think this will be the number. And I think he will get that money. It's just I don't think the Cowboys came with that offer immediately. And I think the Cowboys might have leaked this to Sims, by the way. I think that's how it got out to make Dak seem greedy.
No one likes to talk to Sims. Come on, let's be honest.
Unless you're Pat McAfee.
No, I think, I mean, obviously, I don't think this is true because it's not. But I think that, I think like how this got to Sims is someone probably had a fake Cowboys account that wasn't even verified and just sent it to him on like Twitter in a DM. And he's stupid enough to actually believe it. And he's like, I heard it from the Cowboys. Like, no, I don't think it's true. Like, there's no reason that if it were true and they were that close, that either side would leak it out because they're still trying. Like, why would you ruin the negotiations? Like, you're blowing them up at that point.
Justin, do you think that Chris Sims is sitting there and like his phone goes off right in the middle of his show and like he just sees like the username Cowboys, doesn't even give a fuck who it is, and he's just like, this is it, this is my big scoop, I got it, cut the commercial. Like,
I'm putting out a tweet.
Well, I mean, and then Schefter and Jay Glazer were both caught having false info as well in their reports, and they apologize. So it's not like Sims is the only one that makes mistakes. I mean it's going to happen.
Motherfuckers are human, but here's the thing.
Don't have your first big break wrong.
Sims is getting really fucking good at this in these last couple of weeks. Like he's getting really, really good. I agree with Tone here in the chat coming over from our Periscope stream. Jordan Palmer, definitely. If Jordan Palmer says something because he works with all these QBs, he's with them in their camps day to day. I believe that guy way more than Chris Sims. And Chris Sims, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, kind of at this point in his career is more along lines of like us. Like I don't know. I mean, Pro Football Talk is a very reliable source, and practically every single fucking coach, GM, like uses Pro Football Talk, to go back and refer to things.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to shit like
the best
this,
show in my opinion as well. I'm gonna say I love their Good Morning Football setup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love KA.
Fucking up lately.
Yes.
God.
I was avoiding saying it directly, but yes.
I love Kate. Bogart, talk to us, man.
All right, well.
You skipped Peacock.
Yeah.
Did I?
That's okay. No, when I first got wind of this and I saw the tweet being circulated on, through social media and whatnot, I was like, wow, Dak is such an idiot, and that's what this thing did. It painted Dak in that I'm a greedy asshole type of way that he had already been portrayed in the media with these last couple of negotiations going on with his contract. So I think that just kind of escalated that a little bit further. And so, yeah, that's a pretty good point. Maybe it was somebody in Cowboys camp kind of leaking that to make it seem that way. Or who knows? But somebody needs to sign a contract between these three guys, Mahomes, Dak, and Watson. And then whoever does it first is going to get the short end of the stick. So, the general manager, the team would be wise to just lock one of these guys in first and then let the other guys get paid more or something like that. So I'm pretty sure Mahomes is going to be the last one because he's just starting his contract talks apparently. But if I was the Texans, I would sign Watson now immediately before stuff gets even further out of hand. Yes. Especially with Dak.
You think the Texans, they took all his weapons away so he could maybe perhaps play a little shittier and they'll be like, well, this is what you're worth now. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a fair point, but I think they took Hopkins away. Yeah, it does though. But I think they took Hopkins away so that they could bring in a bunch of guys that are under contract for 3 years, but all of them only have 1 year options. So they're going to get to evaluate how they play, which would be David Johnson, Cook, and Cobb. That was Cobb. Yeah.
Really quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this comment, and then this is how you get your comment read on this show. Okay? Sportscast over here, the dude lives, says he had 4 wisdom teeth removed 2 hours ago. He's sipping on a crappy Bud Light while watching Robbie, the coolest host on the damn internet.
Yeah.
So, guys, I did not break the news, but Madison McEwen Jerry Sloan just passed away.
He did not just pass away. He did pass away. I was trying to not open our show with that, but yes, to all of our Utah Jazz fans out there, R.I.P. Jerry Sloan, one of the greatest basketball coaches, simply in the history of the game.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Most wins in NBA history.
Yeah, he's great. Word. Okay, I'm gonna go grab another beer so I can cheers to Sloan. Hated his teams growing up, but much respect to the guy and a great coach.
I had a Utah Jazz starter jacket and a Carmelo jersey, so but I also had a Jordan jersey too. So
dude, I had a Green Bay Packers jacket when I was a starter jacket when I was a kid. I was a huge Green Bay fan. It was weird. Everybody's like, "You were a Cowboys fan." I was like, "No, I wasn't. I was a Packers fan." But anyway.
Yep. But Jimmo asking, what has Dak won? We're back on topic.
Yeah.
Bogart.
One playoff game.
Yeah. Two
One
playoff
playoff game.
appearances. One playoff win. You know what I'm saying? He had a career year. I think he's trying to squeeze the most out of that career year. But at the same time too, I think he's demanding that $45 million because there's going to be some kind of clause. Look at Cooper's contract. Can't they get rid of him after next season and then they won't take any kind of serious cap hit? So I'm assuming if whatever, how much? Okay, here's a real question: how much guaranteed is Dak gonna get? You guys think 120, 115?
Well, I mean, I'm the 170. I mean, well, I guess the 175 would be over the course. I mean, how much guaranteed money of it would be? I mean, I don't know exactly know the numbers that I do
130,
know.
140 maybe.
Right? Okay, so
Yeah.
with that said, I think they should be looking at like a Kirk Cousins type deal. Remember, Kirk Cousins had he had a 3-year, 96 million guaranteed, and then after he showed improved a little bit, they extended him another year on top of it. After his second season under that contract. So maybe they should do something like that with Dak. Do I think Dak turned that down? I mean, I don't know. I'd say yeah, because I think he's disgruntled with them. You know what I mean? Like I think he's pissed off right now, and I think he has no leverage. The Red Rifles over there like, bro, I'm about to start week 1, B. You feel me?
And that's what I'm saying. When you bring in a guy like, I'm gonna just go ahead and be the person to answer Jimmo's question. Not a goddamn thing. Dak has not done a damn thing to earn this money. Now, I want to also now second that with what Anthony Harge, Fantasy Football Hot Takes Fantasy Football. Check him out at Hot Takes FF on Twitter. He's also one of our new writers. Got a new article out. Make sure you guys head over to rumboys.com.
Yep,
He says, what did Jimmy G deserve to get top money? Okay.
That award-winning smile. Award-winning smile.
He's also a model.
He fucked Kiera Mia. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything stupid like that. Like no. Like, in all seriousness, gentlemen, I know for a fucking fact you would. In all seriousness, gentlemen, look, okay, Jimmy G had that potential, and I get that there was that injury period there, so it made the 49ers look like, okay, did they make the right decision? Us as media members, for the most part, we were questioning, okay, did they make the right decision? Well, we don't really know yet because the guy hasn't really gotten full opportunity.
Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl, though.
There went that one, and he took them to a Super Bowl. So, I mean, it kind of shows like, we kind of got our money's worth. I mean, you may not have won the bid, but that's not to say that's not to say during the terms of the remaining terms of Jimmy G's. But that's not to say that during the remaining terms of Jimmy G's contract that he's not going to do that. Jimmy G has already accomplished more than Dak Prescott. Prescott, given the current circumstances and the current precedences, has not accomplished a goddamn thing.
Yep. And I want to counter.
He's a fantasy quarterback.
I want to agree with it in a way of if you take
fantasy-wise, I'm paying him.
If you take a good starting quarterback in the NFL, you're paying him $27 million. Does not matter. It's the market. It's the reason they get paid so much. True. And also, Jimmy G's contract will look better when other players get paid and you're paying your quarterback less than other teams.
Exactly.
Why would he pay him so early? You paid him when the market wasn't so set.
Look, when the market was low, pay him now.
If there was any truth to this story, once again, this story was debunked. But if there was any truth to this story, asking for 45 in the 5th year during your 5th year option, bro?
Right?
What are you doing? Like
That's
you have.
what I was thinking.
Especially when you're in a market up against Mahomes and Watson, who are actually accomplishing things.
Well, I mean, technically, Watson has the same exact amount of playoff wins under his belt as Bogart Prescott Free.
Yeah, but Prescott's been around for a little bit longer as well, and he has a great team built around him.
Am I crazy? You guys think that he's housing like a hidden shoulder injury and he's waiting to get paid, and then he's gonna have to get some procedure?
Who, Prescott?
Yeah.
Well, he definitely needed surgery, right? He heard it last year. I don't know if he could hide that. I mean, he hurt himself last year.
With the corona, it's easy to hide it because you ain't seen no fucking doctors or nothing. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm sure the
I
team
don't
made
think
him
so
get a surgery, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
because if he was trying to hide an injury, he would have signed that. He would have signed like the last couple deals they offered.
Dak and Prescott.
That money.
Look, I'm all for, and I've been, and what pisses me off about this, and I am happy that the story did come out to be fake and be false. But what pisses me off about this so much is that I was a proponent, one of the guys that was like, 35, pay him, top 36.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I hear this, and I'm like, all right, now, come on, bro. I'm not flipping the tape, but I got to flip on you, Dak, because I had your back up until I'm hearing, yo, if I don't get the 45 in the 5th year, you know, if I'm not getting that Mahomes, if I'm not looking at what Mahomes is going to be looking at, then I'm not with it. Mahomes won a goddamn Super Bowl. You didn't. So stop putting your name in that same sentence in that same tax bracket.
And you also got Kirk Cousins over there telling him, don't be afraid of the franchise tag. Use it to your advantage too. So I mean, look at what Kirk Cousins did. You don't need to win a Super Bowl to get paid that money.
But Corky Kirk managed to not get hurt too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But if Dak and I love that you just brought up the franchise tag. So let's talk about the numbers behind the tag. And if Dak chooses to just go ahead and once again,
be like 35.
No, it would be 70. He'd be making 70 mil at this point.
Shit.
Well, yeah.
Franchise tag me.
Looking at fucking 70 mil.
That's
Franchise tag me.
And that's what makes the rest of this story fucking stupid from Chris Sims. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't even look at the numbers.
You're right, because if he plays 2 years under the tag, that next year would be more. It would be more money.
It'd increase, yeah.
Yes,
there you go. That's
bro, that's what I'm saying. How is it? I've been in the game less years than you.
Well, Dak
I've been Chris Sims. Chris Sims.
He might know he's
Chris
hurt.
Sims. I've been in the game fucking less years than you. Less time than you. I don't have access to all these fucking players like you do.
I don't think anyone.
And you still can't get your information straight.
Yeah, he has
sacrificed his spleen for Tampa Bay and can't get that shit right.
Didn't somebody last week? I think somebody last week in the chat was like, Chris Sims is the homie he's like not really the homie, but he'll do anything to like get it, to get like some kind of notoriety with the crew. You know what I mean?
Man, I used to love Chris Sims though, man. UT and shit. Like I'd watch them every fucking Saturday. But
he'll never be his dad.
Yeah, but liking him as a player is a completely different thing than liking him as a media personality.
That's where I draw the line.
But I think he smokes weed, so I think he smokes weed, and I wouldn't even smoke with him. How about that?
Bruh, hey, if Chris Sims is saying,
I don't think he smokes with anyone.
Shit like this, if Chris Sims literally. Like, and I know that I made the joke like during Justin's take, but I literally think the motherfucker got the notification from his phone, and instead of doing what any good reporter should do and checking the source first and checking the backing of that, yeah, he went me first and he was like, he just fucking said it.
Diarrhea of the mouth.
I kind of like his style now, actually.
Or of the Twitter fingers.
Bogart's over here like, you're slowly making me like him more and more.
Come on, tell me more about this Chris Sims character. You know what I mean?
Look, don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a future debate episode between the Rumboyz and Chris Sims. Because I have said some harsh things, and I hope
Florio too, though.
I like Florio, but I hope that these things make it back to him. I respect your playing career, but don't ever do that shit again, Chris Sims. Please.
Yes, we might respect his career, but let's be clear. He'll never be his dad.
No, Phil is the man, obviously.
Like, because here's the thing, like this show's like with our show, like if that had dropped in the middle of us being on air, like we probably would have made that stupid dumbass mistake. So I'm happy that he played as an example of what not to do.
Yeah.
Like if it's not from Rappaport or Schefter, I'm not taking their insider information, and they can suck it.
Hold the brakes. Hold on.
He's going to be part of the training video.
Yeah.
And whenever we bring in new Rumboyz in the future as a training video, you watch Chris Sims. This is what not to do.
Not to do.
Right
Go to his show, clip it up. We're gonna, Bogart, you just gave me the funniest, fucking, most comical idea. I'm gonna chop up a fucking parody for y'all. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Hey, shout out to Bill's Mafia Rob there for really laying into Dak with a big fuck you at the end, and shout out to Josh Allen who just had his 24th birthday a couple days ago.
Yo, big shout out. Yo, big happy birthday to Vanilla Vic here for the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Yeah, the white Cam Newton himself.
Bro,
dude, I still gotta go back and rename him.
This is what the dude looks like. Look at the first picture. He has the weirdest smile of all time.
Drop that picture in the Discord.
In the chair.
That's kind of creepy.
It's so weird. It's like he murdered somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
Bills Mafia Rob just ate fucking Dak alive. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this take right here with this. Nick Foles has more postseason wins, has a ring, has an MVP, has a perfect game, threw or has had a perfect game, threw for 7 TDs in the game, and the Philly specials. So yeah,
and he's got a big dick.
Yeah.
Big dick Nick. I don't know, yo.
I can't verify that one either. I don't want to do
Paul.
no Chris Sims stuff, but that's what I hear.
Apparently, he hates that name as well.
So you're gonna have to. So you'd have to do this. No. I'll do the Chris Sims on this one because I wouldn't want to do the research. Be like, let me go see. Let me check my sources.
wait.
Yeah, I gotta say, that is 0% verified.
Is it fair to say though?
Just
One, he
Justin,
hates that nickname, but
Justin.
2, he has one more ring and one more statue outside of the stadium
Yep.
than Prescott does.
Hey, Justin, really quick, man. Hey, I want to shout out Justin's co-host. Justin, you just went full Perry right
Shout
there.
out to Perry.
You just went full Perry.
Yeah, you did. You gave
It happens. Yeah, been around him too much.
you gave him a weird compliment to open up the.
Hey, I can't lie. That's my favorite part of the show because I'm like,
Yeah,
Hey,
it's always like he asks you
yo.
a question. It's like, hey, Justin, did it hurt or some shit?
Yeah.
oh, Justin, I see you over there on that
Did it
keyboard.
hurt what
Well,
when
you're
you
just
fell
my
from
type.
heaven?
Yeah. Most of them are like, what's coming next? I don't know.
Justin's better than me because I'd be like, motherfucker, I'm a grown ass man. Don't you talk to me like that?
He's like, he'd be like. he'd
But
be
that's how
like,
you know Justin's in the army. That's how you know Justin's in the army, bro.
I'm in the Army, not the Navy.
Shout out to our veterans.
Oh,
Hey,
touche.
shout out to our veterans on the show.
Yo, hey.
Here's to you guys. Memorial Day this weekend.
Yeah, it is Memorial Day this weekend. Happy Memorial Day. With that said, hey Justin, bro, we got this whole like veterans recruiting program that the Rumboyz launched, and because of that, man, I don't think that we're going to be able to recruit any of the Navy guys. They're going to see this clip, and they're going to be like, "That guy's a douche." Like, that's the XO.
No, that's why they're gonna come, because all the military branches love to talk crap to each other. So they're like, I got to get on there so I could defend the Navy.
Look, like, I love
slapping
it.
that YMCA song.
Yeah, and the Marines.
Everybody
Village
wearing
people
uniforms.
song in the Navy.
And the Marines are going to be like, man, as soon as I learn how to read, I'm signing up.
Gotta go. As soon as that Rumboyz training manual has a fucking coloring book, I'm in that bitch. Next topic, fellas. Next topic. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out to everyone whose family has served. If your family has service family members, go ahead, join us in this shot. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the veterans of the world, past, present. What it do? We love you.
Amen to that. Yeah, my grandfather was a flamethrower in World War II. If you could believe that.
Yeah,
That's fucking badass.
That's the craziest job. Like, you're a walking bomb.
Yeah. Hey, 2 Purple Hearts, and God rest his soul. You know, he died when I was 14, but
he got
amazing
2
man.
Purple Hearts. That means
never
he came
talked
back after the first one. He was like, listen.
Never talked about nothing. You know, didn't explain anything to anybody. You know, he was real quiet man. Only spoke Spanish and shit. And then after he passed away, my grandmother busted out all this scrapbook of medals and pictures and stuff. We're like, whoa, Grandpa was a war hero, man. Crazy, but
you know what? Maybe
my
because
grandfather's
you've seen some things.
My grandfather's the same way.
yeah, it's crazy. And they've seen some stuff, and they never talked about it, not once, man.
I mean, you know, they were all good men. That's probably what he would say.
As my grandfather would say, he was a war hero until he got shot in the ass. Literally got shot in the ass. And then he had to leave.
Trump status?
So hey, Mr. President, I don't know what happened. It just kind of crept up on it.
He legit got shot in the ass.
Can we
And he laughed about it all the time. He's like, the bullet's still there. You can still see it. It was like,
I just kept running, man.
I just can't run it. Can we see it, son? Most certainly, Mr. President.
Oh, damn.
God.
in training, by the way.
The
In a training,
NFL.
he got shot in the ass. And he got into the military.
Friendly fire.
Let's get this back under wraps. The NFL proposes rule changes that would provide an alternative option to the onside kick. Here's how it worked. A 4th and 15 play from the team's own 25-yard line. Teams would still be able to onside kick if they choose But this alternate option is available to use twice a game, and only if trailing. How do you gentlemen feel about the potential rule change?
Man,
dude.
I think Bogart's first this time.
Yeah.
Big shout to Blake.
Shout out to BWB. Oh, okay, everybody.
Shout out to Jake's Clock.
Yeah, this is a different Blake, not our Blitz
Oh,
Blake.
okay.
This is our chat Blake, our Australian.
Okay, yeah. From down under.
Mate, I
This is
come
our-
from a
our-
land from down under.
This is our mate, Blake.
Yes.
Hey, mate.
Okay. But speaking of Blitz with Blake, check out episode 68 of the Real Fantasy Playmakers on the GMM Network. We just dropped that episode featuring BWB himself. We're talking some Steelers. But yeah, so to go to the question.
Just saw that. Oh, sorry, Bogart. Hey, and thank you for the CBD from your sponsor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It arrived yesterday. I haven't had a chance to apply
Yeah.
it, but I'm probably gonna do that right after this show.
I do recommend after a shower. It's phenomenal. Get out of the
beautiful.
shower. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Shout
I
out
think
to
my wife
shout out to
loves
your
this
sponsor.
shit. My wife loves that shit. I think, you know. Okay, so now I'm definitely you know, I'm feeling those things that I threw in the tank earlier. What was the question again?
The C beer D.
No.
The rule change
The
proposing
Super Mario
to
Brothers.
motherfucker.
That's why I was a little off my game earlier.
The question is, how do you feel about the proposed rule change?
Oh yeah, okay.
Which get to a
I
4th
think it's
15. There you go.
I think
You
it's
got
a
the
dead
show
giveaway.
sheet.
I think it's a dead giveaway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you can only do it when you're trailing. So it's like you could expect it now. You know what I mean? It's like this sounds like something Bill Belichick suggested. You know, we should only do the onside kick.
This was
You know,
proposed by
twice
the
a game.
Eagles, by the way. This
By
rule
the
change
Eagles.
was proposed by the Eagles. Yes.
And they notoriously have a good special teams. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I don't like it. I like the onside kick being able to just catch a motherfucker off guard. You know what I mean? Like, not to be like, okay, everyone watch for the onside kick because, you know, we're smashing them. You know what I
Well,
mean?
the onside kick I think you can do whenever. It's the 4th and 15 that you're only allowed to do twice a game.
Yep. Yeah. So
that's even worse.
So I mean,
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I'll
Because
let
who
you
would
guys
do 4th and
know.
15? Who would do that anyway? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, like the way I see it.
Don't play this.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way I see it, teams that are gonna do that shit all the time are like the Chiefs or like downfield stretchers, you know, like
Yeah.
teams that can do
Or
it.
even,
So I'm glad
or
they're.
even like teams that are analytical. They have the analytics guy nowadays, like the
Oh, yeah, for
Ravens,
sure.
where they're always
Like,
going for it on fourth. Like,
let's-
listen,
let's go for it on
15,
fourth down now.
Yes, it's a 30% chance of completion. Yeah, let's go with that. You know what I mean? Like they have the fucking analytics guys now on deck. You know what I mean? So maybe it's to hinder those guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what? I don't like it. I feel like this time next year we'll be talking about how they changed it back. How about that? You know what I mean?
Like we talked about last week with defensive pass interference. They got rid of
Exactly.
defensive. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that shouldn't work out. I mean, honestly, if you're not going to adopt an exact replica of an XFL rule that was working already, then stuff like this, it's kind of middle of the road, half-ass shit, ain't going to fly after 1 year.
Vince McMahon is tired of coming up with all the ideas and then just rip them off.
Hey, it's what it is it's you know, I mean, I get that this man is out of there now. I mean, but they should have given at least defensive pass interference another year. And because of that, Alberto Riveron is a dumb. Miles, continue.
Yeah, no, but you know, it like Bogart was saying, you can see it. They can only do it twice. It doesn't matter whether they can see it coming or not, obviously. But it goes more to the fact that teams that have that vertical stretch, that have a higher success rate, can push the ball downfield. Teams like the Saints are going to have trouble going for it on 4th and 15. I'm just saying, or Michael Thomas anyway. I don't know. That's a whole other thing. But I'm just saying, like teams like the Chiefs that have
Devontae Parker will beg to differ.
Yeah, I know, all right? Damn, that was interesting. But I'm just saying, like, somebody like the Ravens probably won't, take that option. So I think that it hampers a lot of teams in a certain way, and it's kind of unfair. It's a little bit weird. They should tweak it or mess with that, change it a little bit to make that work. I mean, that's fine. You complete the 15-yard pass. I get it. You get to keep the ball. Cool. But the Chiefs could do that all damn day long to anybody, I feel like. It's 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 20.
It could be a run.
All
You
the
could run for 4th and 15.
But the Chiefs.
The Browns tried it on 4th and 10.
Oh,
4th and 10, they
dude.
ran it, and it almost worked.
The Chiefs' problem though is
Yeah,
you
I
have to
remember
be
that.
down in order to do it.
Yeah, no shit. That's
So they'll
true.
come back every game ever.
I was going to
basically.
say
they're already down 15 to start the game.
Yeah, they give the other team 20 points and then they come back and beat you like they did in 4 games in the postseason. So, so I guess that could still be to their advantage. So this rule, I don't necessarily really love it, or I think that's a cool option to give a team, and I'm glad they limited it to just twice, like I said, because other teams could take advantage of it. So I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but at the same time, it's like, why even bring it forth if you're going to do it that way? Just, change it up a little bit. Like I said, adopt some of those XFL rules that were really working, and, you saw at least an 8-game sample where people liked it. Do something with the damn replay where there's some transparency instead of bringing up these other tic-tac bullshit rules that you're trying to, improve the NFL. Which
they are bringing in. So one of the rule proposed changes is that there is a series of rule changes. This is the only one that we're covering here tonight. But there is a rule change that they are literally stealing from the XFL and just not even mentioning the XFL in the same breath. And that is a sky judge.
Yeah, they absolutely need that.
Yes, for sure. I mean, go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
Yeah, so I absolutely hate this onside kick change to a 4th and 15. That's crazy to me. Like they're slowly taking special teams away, and like how are you going to do a surprise 4th and 15? You can't.
Everybody's like, let's
You can run it. I told you. The Browns tried it. It worked so well.
They're going to punt it on the surprise 4th and 15.
They're going to line up in a shotgun, and the quarterback's just going to kick it.
Yeah, screw
Pitch
it.
punt, right? Oh, it doesn't work?
Maybe. I mean, shoot.
But like, I like that. I think they need to like bring it back to what it was with the onside kick. It was great. I like, not last year, but previously, like not the standing still. You got to be a statue until the ball's kicked.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah, let's get it back to where it was.
Young Ho Koo is going to hate this shit. He's like, you're taking more opportunities away from me to have successful onside kicks, because he did have 2 in 1 game last season.
Yeah, that's true. You got give these guys a chance. What's the point of a kicker at this point? Or like the punters?
No.
This ain't fantasy football. We don't have to get rid of those guys. I mean, it's entertaining. I saw a punter from Seattle like run for like 30 yards on a fake punt, fumble by himself, and then get concussed. It was awesome. I have that clip on my Instagram somewhere. Like, I'm gonna scroll back and share it on Twitter so you guys can see that. It's great.
Oh, trust me, I'm here in Seattle. I've seen that.
You remember that one? They're wearing the neon uniforms, and he's like running. He's like, "Oh shit!" Just fumbled him. He gets knocked out.
Yeah, there's some people I know. There's a girl I know who had a huge crush on him, and she was very upset about it.
Because he got crushed.
Yeah.
Because he got crushed. Fuck!
So,
you know what? I'm going to look for that clip right now.
Is that when they're wearing their Color Rush uniforms that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the highlighters. I call them the highlighters.
Yeah, the highlighters, yeah, for sure.
Yo,
Before
Color Rush uniforms look like every team got their ass beat by their team color highlighter.
Well, before my take, I will say the best football clip is Reggie Bush getting crushed by Brown.
In the Eagles?
Eagles.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite. Because he's crawling like, oh, afterwards. Yes.
Then he threw up in his helmet and just rolled to the sideline like this, grabbing his wrist.
Dang, I remember that. I forgot about
But
that.
yeah, my take on this is overall, I don't like they're kind of going halfway with it, and there's moments that you could never have if this is in place, like the Saints onside kick in the Super Bowl. Why would you chance that when you could just go for it and draw a play up? There's some suspense lost, and also another major issue is no team will try this unless they're down like 21 points with like 3 minutes to go, because who's going to give the ball to the other team on their 25?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like the whole moving up the onside kick to this approach is going to help people take a chance. The 2-point conversion is still not tried, even though it's proven to be more efficient to try that all the time. Like, it doesn't. I don't think it'll really be used often. So I don't really think it's going to change that much, because most teams won't try this. If you're the Chiefs and it fails and you're down 10, why would you try this if you're down 10 with 8 minutes? Your offense can score 14 in two plays.
Yeah.
All right. So here's here's where I get to have some fun. All right, so first off, clearly, this is to not only prevent injuries, because like you fellas mentioned, injuries do happen on these special teams plays, especially on the onside kick. Now, also at the same time, that can also those analytics of those injuries can be counteracted with the fact that how the fuck often does an onside kick happen? This is a game where injuries already happen, and there is a play that is very secularly used in very secular situations and very secular scenarios that those secular injuries happen. So there's that part.
Say secular one more time.
Secular.
No, I figured
I was seeing Miles' face. Miles is like, this motherfucker is gonna. If this motherfucker says secular one more time.
Oh, it was good use of the word. It's nothing wrong with it. It's great.
Yeah, no, man. You know that alliteration. You know, I be spitting. You know.
Yeah.
Aha! All these motherfuckers spitting.
You know.
I wanted him to say
That motherfucker was spit.
Yeah. See, I think one rule in kicking they could adapt from the XFL is the kickoff rule. I do like that, where it can actually be a big play.
That's my favorite one, honestly. That one and the whole review process, but that one's awesome.
I just want them to have an Xbox controller.
With
Yes,
this,
Xbox.
with this, and what I feel that is really happening is, injuries aside, they're going to pitch it to us, the general public, and especially us media members, that, oh, it's about player safety, yada, 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 yada. Those of us that really fucking watch football religiously know what this is about. You're trying to readjust the X's and O's. You're trying to readjust the chess aspect of this, the strategic aspect of this. The way I see this realistically being used, I see this in a way to where it may be the inverse. Okay, everyone's looking at, oh, they're going to get rid of the onside kick. Fuck that! I'm about to kick that bitch in the onside kick a couple times in the one time in the first quarter. We're gonna skip the second, and then in the third quarter we're gonna do another onside kick again. And in the fourth quarter we got 2 opportunities to do this shit. On 4th and 15, if we got a really good quarterback that can sling it, oh god, let's run up the point total.
If you have a young Hoku, I'm gonna onside kick it like every other time that I can. You know,
now
drop some cool plays.
For everyone out there that is like, no, Robbie, you're wrong. They're really trying to get rid of the onside kick. I could see that because a lot of kickers out there aren't practicing their onside kicks. I know for a fact that a young former middle linebacker who converted, I didn't fucking train this motherfucker to be a kicker because I would be like, yeah, that's gay. You shouldn't do that. But
That's
you know,
secular.
Former middle linebacker turned kicker Joey Sly. I know that he works on his different kicking styles, but that's not to say that every kicker is out there doing this.
Hey,
and I know for a fact,
a rum boy.
he's a rum boy.
I will also straight up train my son to just grow up to be an NFL kicker. I'll take a couple of million for him to just kick a football.
I don't know.
And it's illegal to hit him.
My pride,
Exactly.
my pride won't allow me to let my son.
My son's gonna be a soccer star, by the way, though. That's what the thing is.
No, I want my kids to be punters.
So fun fact, though, who on the Saints title run in 2009 is the second most well-known player probably on that team? I would say Garrett Hartley, the kicker.
Fucking I was gonna say Will Lutz.
I thought you were gonna say Gleason. Was that 2009?
No, that's 2006, man.
Oh wait, I thought he put a time frame. I missed a time frame.
Yeah, he's 2009.
No, I mean the title run when they won the Super Bowl. Garrett Hartley kicked the onside kick.
Yeah.
You are
He's
correct.
the biggest star besides Brees in that game. So you have to think like the kickers do have an impact and they can really make the play. So
represent the kickers in real life football.
Peyton Manning was so hot when they did that. He was like, "What the?"
Maybe this is just clear evidence that I obviously can't coach at the NFL level because like he's gonna get a lot of people hurt. Because I'd be like, "Yep, first quarter onside kick."
I want to look at
McAfee recovered his own onside kick.
I want to look at stats on how much more people are injured for onside kicks compared to normal kicks because you're not getting rid of the
McAfee showed them. It was bad,
bro.
I know they got rid of the blockers interlocking hands and making
the
a wedge.
Wedge. Yeah. I missed the wedge. I fucking missed the wedge. I played high school football in an era
I know all
where
about
the wedge was still a thing. Like the wedge was still a thing.
I got back problems because of a wedge still.
Bro,
that sounds weird. You know what I mean?
Hey, my freshman year, my coach literally comes up to me. He's like, "Do you want a really cool job?" And like me just being like fucking eager, because like if I wasn't returning kicks, if I only return like a handful of kicks, right? Like 5 kicks ever. He was like, "Do you want a really cool job? Do you still want to be on special teams?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like there's no better. All real football players know there's no better adrenaline rush than starting back
running down the field.
Bro, like fucking right.
Full speed and then just leading somebody. Ah! Yeah, I'm telling you, I have a back problem because of that.
There is I fucking play on offense. Like, yeah, I'm a wide receiver. I catch the ball. Like yeah, I catch touchdowns. That's pretty cool. But you know what else I get to really fucking do? Run full speed and hit a motherfucker that does not have the ball. And bro,
that was when.
No, I'm hitting the dude with the ball. I did, kickoff, and then I did punt return.
No,
I was a steer and contain. I would go get the guy with the ball. Just go get him.
No, the wedge buster was so secularly important for the simple fact that the wedge buster, like your whole point was, hey,
kamikaze, baby.
Yup, you're a human kamikaze. Like you were a terrorist on a football field.
I legit
You're like
don't
fucking
know
running down the field.
Bro, and I used to literally
still stuck on that.
I used to run down the field with like screaming, ah! And I get wrecked with 2 people fucking interlocked wrists, just Takesh. It's like a game built within a game. They build Red Rover inside of football.
Oh, that's what that is.
So, what's more fun, that or getting a turnover and looking at the guy who you have to be covering and being like, I could hit this dude. He has to block me, and seeing that receiver and just lighting him up. What's more fun?
Wedge buster. Because if you actually break the fucking wedge, then guess what? You just opened up a lane to where like it's just pursuit to you to the ball, and like it's just you're fucking returning this bitch. Not today, motherfucker.
Wedge. Who you gonna call? Wedge busters. You feel me? That's what I would be running like I seen ghosts for real though. You know what I mean? If I had the ball and I see Robbie coming at me screaming like a banshee, I'm like, ah!
Dude, hey, back then, I'm 150 pounds just launching out the ground, cleats and all, just fucking missile. Because back then you could launch your feet off the ground, like all right. So any young
lay hat, legit lay hat.
Any young players out there?
Paul Molly somebody like he did to Chris Henry on defense.
Yeah, any young players out there, do not take advice from anything fundamentally that we are talking about on this show, because we will get you the fuck up.
I played football in the late 90s, early 2000s. So yeah, so that was a long time ago when the rules were way freaking different. And everybody was taking steroids.
When getting concussions was a badge of honor.
Yeah. You know I mean? Well, you got back in the day, you got knocked the fuck out and you woke up blinking your eyes like 2-3 times. You're like
smelling salt, you're good. Get back in there.
Yep.
You remember the place? You know where you're at? Get back in there.
My favorite thing was jumping over the line. I had no fucking because I'm crazy because I'm small and I'm fast.
I would split A-gap, but I wouldn't jump over that line. Fuck
fuck that.
The corner blitz. That was
I was a safety. I was a safety, and I'd blitz A-gap right up the middle, and the fucking big-ass center or a guard, like, every now and then, he saw me coming too early. I got, like, a 250 guy, because that's big in high school, right?
I would get so excited for that corner blitz. I'm like, yeah, and then I go running in, and a fullback just levels me. And God.
You get up feeling so good. Like, yeah! People are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He just got laid the fuck out. It must have felt pretty good.
He's crazy.
Shout out to Texas high school football Friday Night Lights. That's all I got to say. It's a great thing. It's beautiful.
10 years
In other words, Justin was the dude the blind side dragged to the bus.
Hey.
Yeah.
I will say this. Shout out to your Texas football, and I love your Texas football, but our fucking Virginia football knows how to get the fuck down.
Our Washington football does not.
Virginia stand up.
Oh, bro, we have
2 up, 2 down.
In Virginia, it's a bunch of corn-fed motherfuckers baling hay. Like, everyone's chewing.
I believe that.
Fucking linemen are chewing dip on the line. Like, you're like, who the fuck raised this man? Why is he 15 with a dip in?
Go watch Varsity Blues, and that was exactly what it was like for high school for me. Honestly, like, there was nothing. I went to a small town. Like, football was king. They gave us beer after the games. Like, you know, It was all of that.
Bro, I told my
cool.
mom. I told my mom that I wanted to play. I wanted to play football in Texas. I watched some high school tape with her of a live like a high school football game.
Yeah.
Or not live, but like post recorded, and like she was like, fuck no, hell no. She's like she all right. And my mom is North Face black. She's black as my goddamn speaker. Okay, all right. So my mom literally she's
I
like,
got to meet you. I got to meet.
yeah, you got to meet my mom. Yeah, but you got to meet my mom. And like my mom literally goes, she's like, boy, the goddamn boys that you're facing in goddamn Virginia, them niggas are big enough, boy. What the fuck do you think you're going to go down to goddamn Texas, boy? And you got to go face the goddamn big countryman. No, you face the fucking white devil. He looking in your eyes and you, no comprende, no.
Yeah, my mom did not want me to play high school sports or football or anything like that at all. I couldn't play high school sports if I got a B in any of my classes. So it was tough.
I know the feeling, bro. Let's get into the next topic. Fuck, that felt good. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you too, bro.
I need another beer, but I'll listen to the topic before I get one.
Get another beer. I think I have a beer here, and I haven't cracked that.
I'm in the middle, so I'll catch up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ryan Fitzpatrick was quoted in a recent interview that he's going to go out there and compete for the top spot, but he's also Tua Tagovailoa's biggest cheerleader. Can I get a T? T. Can I get a U? U. Can I get an A? A. I'm Tua.
Hey.
Who do you feel should start week 1 and why?
Tua did not look totally healthy, and I would not play him week 1 or up to week 12 at this point. I would give Fitz the season until Tua's actually ready to come back, and if it's a competitive year and they're right in that 8-win projection, 9-win projection, I guess go for it with the extra playoff spot. But other than that, if they're out of it, I would just have a strict plan of 12 weeks. Fitz is playing, try to get Tua in the last 4 weeks.
Dustin.
Man, so I think you're going to see Tua probably a little bit sooner than that. And this why? Because they're not going to...
I said I would do that. Just for the health. But yeah.
Oh, I agree. So Tua's not starting week 1, first of all. Absolutely not. He's not healthy. Or he's still got to get fully healthy. But in their first few weeks, they're playing... I mean, they got the Lions, but then they got the Saints, the Patriots... they play the 49ers week 5, week 4, I believe it was somewhere in there. They play Seattle. So they're going to lose a lot of those games. And I think that you might see Tua come in because of that, probably week 6 or 7.
I say ride the Fitzpatrick wave while you can if you have him in Dynasty. You're not going to be able to move him. He's old as dirt, but he's super hella fun. I love the guy. He's definitely going to be he's going to be the starter, but he's eventually going to lose that job to Tua somewhere down the line. And like Justin was saying, they're going to lose some of those games in there. And once that starts happening, they're going to turn to Tua or his health. And, once he seems ready, they'll make the move. But I don't think that it's going to be the Tua show right off the bat. And if you're drafting him in Dynasty to be that guy like that real early, you better go ahead and draft some veterans right after that, because you're going to be left without a guy for probably half the season, in my opinion. Because Fitzpatrick is good enough, and he's shown the rapport with Gesicki and Devontae Parker and some of the other guys when they can stay healthy. I think, Preston Williams and Grant and Albert Wilson, all those guys were hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when he saw Rosen in there, playing, he couldn't connect with anybody. So Fitzpatrick obviously has a rapport with those guys, and it's going to be his job until he loses it himself. I don't think Tua's just going to come out and overpower him and win. He needs to learn the system. He needs to build a rapport with the other receivers. Everybody else on the team needs to learn the system, and the COVID slowed everything down. So I don't see him just coming in right off the bat and being like, "Whoa, the superstar." I have a lot of faith in Fitzpatrick. We saw him do it with Winston, going back and forth when he was with Tampa Bay. He was there last year, and he played a hell of a lot of games, and he revived Devontae Parker's career. So I have a lot of faith in Fitzmagic. I love him. Stanford guy, great beard.
Michael Thomas killed it again.
Yo, this
Yeah, fuck Michael
motherfucker.
Thomas.
Hey. This motherfucker Miles, he a writer. He a editor. He ain't call it the Rona. He called that bitch COVID.
The COVID-19, if you want to be fucking, but yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so scared of COVID-20.
He a writer.
Yeah, but I see them being kind of careful with him right now. You're not going to just throw him to the wolves. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks kind of just go in there and be like, oh shit, and their whole career is ruined because they just got fed to the lions. You know what I'm saying? So you want to ease him in. You want him to learn under Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick says that he's open and welcome to kind of build him up and coach him up. So which is great. That's what you want in a vet. But I think, like I said, it's still his job to fucking lose, and he's going to be the man. Everybody was riding that Fitzmagic train for a long time over there in Tampa, and he was doing great, man. Yeah, I love it. Good shit.
Yo.
Looks like Conor McGregor on roids. No, not really.
Yo, I love fucking Slap's last comment and fucking Leaf's last comment. Leafs hit that NBA YoungBoy. Chill out for the cameras. I ain't going outside today. Listen, my mama did let me go outside and goddamn play. She couldn't wait to get my little fucking ass out the house. All right.
Get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone.
Yo, bro. Hey, that'd be me right now. Like, I didn't understand what my mom was really doing until like I have my kids of my own. And, like, I be telling my son, hey, listen, little homie. Dinosaur nuggets is in the oven. Go outside. Me and your mama got 10 minutes. Now I know what my mama was about. Like, hey.
No wonder you were always playing outside. That's why I got 8 brothers and sisters.
hey, like motherfucker.
God
Hey,
damn.
yo, the
That's a
cigar.
whole
Hey,
flag of peacocks.
listen, the cigar is amazing. The jokes are flowing. I still got the rum flowing with Bogart. Eat these motherfuckers alive with your take.
All right, well, since I'm following the writer, and I'm kind of going to backpack his take of not riding off the Magic Man because he is a Harvard grad. You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that in there. It means he's highly intelligent. Then you couple the fact that it's his man Gailey over there now. Am I saying his name right?
Fucking Chan Gailey.
Right?
Old school.
We seen him in
Forgot about
Buffalo.
that.
We seen him in Buffalo pepper the fuck out of like Stevie Johnson, and then we seen him pepper the fuck out of Eric Decker and goddamn B. Marshall with the Jets. You know what I'm saying? So Devontae Parker, he's the one who actually wants goddamn the Magic Man to start. You know what I'm saying? So he can show Michael Thomas, a.k.a. Frankenstein, with his tall-ass head that, listen, bro, I got this. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give him a run for the money, but I think it needs to be the Magic Man. 12 weeks sounds great.
Bruh. It sound like that you're a believer in Chan Gailey's system. Now, here's the thing. I have never been a believer in Chan Gailey's pass-heavy offense.
Well,
It's not Adam Gates.
Fantasy-wise.
But it's not Adam Gates, and that's the point.
Well, no. Justin, the Chan Gailey system is the exact same system that produced a star like Quincy Enunwa for those 2 years.
Yeah.
Quincy, what happened?
I love Quincy.
I mean,
Man.
I
Shout
also
out to
think that may have been a
Nigeria.
Quincy problem.
Shout out to my Nigerian homie. No.
So,
Shout out to Jamison Crowder.
Wait. Quincy, you mean is because Quincy was positive in a Chan Gailey system. So is Quincy's problem that he was good in Chan Gailey's system?
Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, Quincy Enunwa's not really like a super, okay. How
He's not, but he was fucking killing it.
Exactly. So,
Jamison Crowder is
someone
killing
like-
it in the Jets. That's all I got to say.
but listen,
But-
it's also the familiarity. You know what I mean? Like, Tua's still got to learn a whole new system, right? And with the Magic Man being the Harvard grad he is, with the intelligence he has, he remembers that whole system for sure. You know what I mean? He's going to step in there week 1.
Yep. Yeah, he's smart. I mean, he's got it on lock. It's his job. Like I said, it's his job to lose or to hold on to until Tua is ready, whenever that may be. And I saw his workout videos, and the hip seems to be okay, and he's healthy. But we haven't seen him like really.
It's all in the hips.
It was real light, dude. It was real like.
Shout out to Chubbs.
It seemed like 3/4 speed, in some of those drills, and the throws didn't have a lot of zip, and he was moving around and on a roll out, but it wasn't game speed.
But you got to remember.
So can I keep it real?
Magic.
Hey, can I keep it real? And I'm gonna put this rum on the rocks.
Bust it.
Rum on the rocks.
Yeah, man. I gotta put like at least like 2 ice cubes up in this motherfucker. You dig?
I know. I was drinking hot rum the other night when we had this show, and I went through half a bottle, and I was like, I feel like shit.
I feel like shit.
But you know,
like,
once
yo,
you
I
get
feel
going, you feel okay though, right? It's not till like
Yeah,
after you're like,
I felt
oh,
okay, but I
Yeah.
also felt like shit.
But no, I mean, what I want to say is, look, Tua, there's no better person that you can learn from at this stage in your career, unless you were picked up by a team. I mean, in a situation like someone like Jordan Howard, unfortunately, that was not your fate. You're learning from a journeyman in Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, there's journeymen out there like, I don't know, a fucking Dan Orlovsky, and we watch his film breakdowns. We're like, wow, you can't play the game worth shit, but you can sure see that motherfucker. You know,
hey,
He
Tony
found
Romo,
that back pylon.
Look at
Very
Tony
well in that
Romo.
two-point
Not Jameis
conversion.
Winston.
Tony Romo could play the game. Tony
No, but
Romo
I'm
could play
saying
the
like,
game.
as far as the way he could play and call the shit out of a game. You know what I mean? Like he could break down exactly what's gonna. He's diagnosing exactly what's happening.
Orlovsky couldn't play the fucking game worth the goddamn. Like, he couldn't play the game. Like,
I saw
Miles-
Romo play
Miles-
live 3 times. Romo can play. I saw him play. He's
yeah,
good,
Romo
man.
can play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Romo
Romo
For an
can
undrafted
ball.
guy or whatever, last
Was
pick,
he
I
like
don't
an
know,
arena
whatever.
football guy?
But fucking in this
That's
situation,
close.
in this scenario, Tua, I think for you, man, I see you coming out and I see you stepping on the field. Week 8 is the soonest. Week 10 is when I'm realistically talking about you, and I'm really seeing like, you know.
I think they got a week 7 bye week too, so maybe week 8 would suffice.
But
If I
I'm
remember
also not far. I'm not far fetched on the fact and on the theory that maybe look, week 8 is me being an analyst, me being someone that just gets the ability to talk shit, and I can say whatever the fuck I want. Let that Fitz magic run out after 4 weeks. Let that Fitz magic run out, and
The
watch
magic
what'll
does-
happen.
The magic does tend to wear off after like 4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
it's
start-
short-lived magic.
Yeah, he starts getting too much confidence in himself, and he starts taking these random chances where he throws 4 interceptions before he throws a touchdown in one game or whatever, and then they have to bench his ass. But I don't know, maybe that was a Tampa thing. I don't know, because he seemed to do pretty okay in Miami last season.
Yo.
On the
magic
side
does
news
is
of
weird.
the Tua family, apparently his brother transferred to Maryland.
Yeah,
instead
his
of
brother
Virginia Tech.
plays for Maryland.
So-
Hey,
The Terps.
fuck yeah, Maryland. How about you guys finally going to get someone from a bloodline at the quarterback position?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Merlin.
Hey, Virginia Tech, we've done it already. We had Michael and Marcus, and we balled out with both. So I'm cool.
Nice.
That's right, Vic did. That's right. Vic was from Virginia Tech. That's right.
Hey, welcome to Virginia, where the players play, baby.
I've only been to
Two
Virginia
down.
once, and I just drove through there.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately.
I was
Dude.
going through I remember it was like a crazy thunderstorm when I was
That's-
going through there.
I had a
Lightning
buddy
storm.
out there. I went there for like a week one time. It was a lot of fun.
That's the best bet. Like, Virginia is a place to where you can only do one of two things if you are visiting and you're not from there. You can either just drive through and just straight drive through because if you stop, you don't know where you're necessarily stopping. The country folks,
Most
is
likely
crazy.
Long John Silver's. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
no,
Long
We
John
don't
Silver's,
hate-
give me money.
motherfucker, we got one Long John Silver's where I'm from, and that motherfucker is definitely ran by drug owners. They are definitely on some Breaking Bad shit.
Yes.
You mean they got that fish scale? You know what I mean?
That they got that fish scale.
Oh, that was good. I was like, where's he going with this?
But
No, he's like, they got them hush puppies.
No, he had a better joke. He had a better joke. A dad joke, an explicitly dad joke, but a dad joke
I'm
nonetheless.
such a dad.
Yeah.
I love dad jokes.
For real,
Me
for real,
too.
though, like Virginia's one of those places where, like, if you stop in a country part, be careful. The country part, like, be careful if you're black or like Mexican, because they're gonna
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
with you.
sorry,
Or
Jeff,
like
Jeff,
Hispanic.
I didn't say that.
If you're brown, just
I'm Filipino, but I definitely
if you're
don't
white,
description
if you're
of a
white and you
Hispanic
look
man.
brown, just know that you'll get questioned out there. So that's the first
Great.
spot. The second,
I don't trust white people because all these Karens are calling everybody on anything nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh, Karen's,
Virginia Beach looks dope though. What's Virginia Beach?
Yo, Tone said, I've been in Alexandria, never going back in. Yeah, that's the second thing I was going to say. Be careful where you stop. Be careful aside from the country parts where you stop, because if you stop somewhere else, you don't know if it's a hood or not, because it'd be like, this motherfucker's nice. There's a lot of history here. Give me all your money. Oh, shit.
So
I forgot about
I
that
stopped at one of the
folks.
country parts driving to Georgia, and It was in line ordering food, and a lady without teeth was like, "You're communicating all normal and stuff," and I'm like, "What?"
Tone is correct. Alexandria is nothing but fucking Hispanics and gangs and bro.
That sounds like where I grew up, man.
I was about to say,
All
it sounds
Hispanic
like-
and gangs.
I never heard the
That
word.
sounds like all of California.
I never heard the word. You're communicating all stuff and normal. And I'm like, what are you trying to say to me?
Hey, the craziest
What you
shit
said?
about where Tone has been in Virginia is, guess where? That's where the goddamn movie Remember the Titans was filmed. That place used to be racist as shit. My dad got kicked out of fucking Hayfield and then ended up going to fucking Mount Vernon and then ended up going to T.C. Williams. And he was like my dad was white as shit.
Hey, well, shout
And
out
he
to
was
our
like-
writer and our homeboy Antonio Guzman Jr. Viva la raza, baby.
Viva la
Arrasa!
Hell yeah! I may be FF Peacock, but man, I'm like 80% Hispanic.
Bro.
Like, all my family's from across the border. Like if you go back far enough.
But my dad, he was like, I quickly found out that my dad was the fucking blackest white person back in the 80s real quick. Like, when I saw pictures of this motherfucker, I was like, you got a Jerry curl, nigga? What? I ain't never seen a white person with a Jerry curl since Jerry Springer.
Wow. That's cool, man.
Yo,
That's cool. Hey, shout out to your pops, though. That's fucking dope, though. That's cool.
Yo, this is the most funniest shit. Let's get into the next topic. Keeping it fantasy football oriented. DeAndre Swift versus Jonathan Taylor. Which rookie running back has more impact on their team? And do you want in fantasy? And with this being, oh no, fuck no, that's not the. That's the next topic now, motherfucker.
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
You
Let's
skipped
talk
one, but
about
okay.
it.
All right. Well, let's do that.
I gotta go get ice anyways.
Jake,
Yeah.
are you taking it off or is it Bogart?
I think
Bogart. Bogart.
I'm sending this one off. So I want to point out: is this still my man Derek Bevel? Is Derek Bevel still there in Detroit as the OC?
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
think. I think so.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he is.
He tends to run, one running back majority, and the other ones like will come in to relieve. You know what I'm saying? And I think if Kerryon Johnson doesn't, because I'm still a Kerryon Johnson truther to a degree, but I mean with the draft capital for one DeAndre Swift, I think he can give that position to run for the money, get the start, and because then look at Frank Reich over there. Frank Reich, everywhere he's been, he runs a committee. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was with the Eagles or in this case, with Indy. So I mean, the Jonathan Taylor, he might be in a rotation. You know what I'm saying? And like so, in fantasy, in dynasty, I would go with Jonathan Taylor. Just a preference that you know what I'm saying, because I know Marlon Mack probably will be out of there. He's also injury prone, which we have seen. And I'd rather take Swift in redraft though, because I feel like, I feel like Kerryon Johnson's more injury prone than goddamn Marlon Mack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm with you in those regards to a certain extent, Bogart. Yeah, as far as taking Swift in redraft, I think he's one of those more all-around type of guys where he can overtake Kerryon sooner rather than later, as to where Johnson and
Hold
Jonathan
on,
Taylor.
Real quick, I have two dad jokes real quick. So you mean he might make carry on, and then
Yeah, he will.
and we might not see a return of the Mac.
That's
Conti-
pretty much
Do not
exactly
speak
what
of that musician. I hesitate to say musician for him, but
Yeah, but it's a good song. It's a
Hey,
good song.
well, hey, it's a
In the
great
mid-90s
song.
or whatever. Yeah, in the mid-90s. I love that shit. It would pop up on my Walkman. You guys remember those things? Anyway.
Oh yeah.
no, I mean Macklemore as the musician. I don't know what to call him that.
No, we're talking about.
We're talking about
the return of the Mac.
the Mac. Who sings that?
It's
Anyway.
the Bay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. But like I was saying, Swift is probably more prone to take over that lead back role and be that 3-down back type of person, as opposed to JT doing it over there in Indy, because I feel like they're going to deploy him and Mac, boom, 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 and whoever has the hot hand kind of approach. And then you still have Naheem Hines, who's the pass catcher and is supposedly going to catch 10 passes a game or kind of deal from Phillip Rivers, who's a checkdown king or something like that.
I love Nyheim Hines. I call him.
I don't get all the hype around the Colts right now because they were like shit last year, and they're predicted to like be 12-4 or something this year and just run away with the division.
I think Nyheim Hines is getting a lot of hype because people are correlating him being that Austin Eckler type role that Phillip Rivers was accustomed to having. But at the same time, that line that he had.
Oh, that line is terrific.
Yeah, but and right, so we might see more 5- and 7-step dropbacks from Rivers.
And then maybe shoot it down a little bit. He had
the quick release when he was with the Chargers because they were coming through that line. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's a T.Y. Hilton kind of year. But that offensive line, no matter who's
we'll say it.
Yeah,
no matter
I've been
who's toting,
preaching Ty.
No matter who's toting the rock back there for Indy though is going to have success as far as like their averages for yards per carry type of deal because that line is great. Detroit historically has been shit for like centuries. It feels like just since the inception of the team.
But they want
Barry
to
Sanders
run,
left.
They still try to emphasize the run. That's why I'm saying.
And they need to because Matt Stafford and their downfield game, there's nothing wrong with it. You just need to keep defenses honest. So that's why I feel like Swift could be that guy potentially. For me, he's a little more enticing, although JT is like a freaking phenomenal stud. As far you saw what he did in college. So like you said, Dynasty, JT, redraft, Swift if you're looking to take a shot later on, you know what I'm saying? But for me, unfortunately, I didn't have the draft capital to get JT, so I went with Swift like as my third. It was like at the 105 in a lot of places.
It's a hell of a consolation prize, though.
Oh, it was great. I feel totally fine about it. Totally fine about it.
Okay. I know I'm in a minority here, but I'm taking JT in redraft. I'm taking JT in Dynasty for sure. And it's because of that offensive line. I think that you're gonna see more production, not just out of him, but also Marlon Mack. Like they're gonna be able to run two backs out.
I got Mack. I got Mack in the 13th round in a dynasty startup just recently, so I feel good about that. He's my 4th or 5th RB. It's great, dude.
Yeah.
Is this a thing? The run-two punch, is that a thing? Or did we just
1A and 1B, supposedly.
No, but the run-two punch.
Run-two. I like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Is that a thing? Can we make that a thing?
It's about to be, yeah.
It's a thing now. It's a
hashtag run-two punch.
Sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, that's why I love it. Like, I don't know why people are thinking like, oh, Jonathan Taylor's here, so Marlon Mack is gone. Like, that's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Kenneth Rambo up in the chat.
Oh, that's my boy.
I love all your movies.
That's actually my best friend from growing up.
Oh, word.
Oh, shout out to your best bud.
I didn't know you know Sly.
Yeah, we go way back, It's like Will Smith.
I think I saw Mayor Robert. In the comments as well. Shout out to my old high school buddy as well. Played football together. So
yeah, and shout out to the mayor. All my friends that won't tune in.
No, you need to fucking get new fucking friends. Then
He did. That's why we're here.
Yeah, shout out to my good friends on the cast.
Fugazi.
Like you got that offensive line though that's going to help propel them forward. People talking about like like they talk about a lot of running backs where they're like, oh, I like both of them in this system. That's the one I like both the running backs in. They got the offensive line to support it. Like you're going to be able to get 2 legit running backs. Detroit, exactly. They're going to be losing their games. They got to throw the ball. Go get you Kenny G.
Marvin Jones is a steal in redraft too.
Yeah, you're just going to see their wide receivers balling out until and hopefully their quarterback can stay healthy because we don't.
Danny Amendola late dart throw in PPR full PPR leagues.
Yeah, in redraft only.
Redraft only. Yeah.
Hey, Danny Amendola, he's a gritty white boy.
Oh yeah. Didn't he used to date Kay Adams? I think he did. Yeah, I think they were an item.
Hey,
he actually broke up with her, I think, because he was bored.
Can we just?
What a lame
Can we just chill with the Kay Adams things? I'm heartbroken. She just got proposed to.
No, shut up.
I'm serious.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna unfollow her on all social media platforms. I don't want to see it.
She posted a picture. It was like my plans, and it was like 2020, and her getting proposed to on a beach, and I was like, oh hell.
Damn it. It's like she's like if my wife knew what sports was, Like my wife was like, she like Kay Adams, you know what I mean? But my wife doesn't know anything.
Her or Kay Nolan. Kay Nolan. I'd bust down Kay Nolan.
Hey, you know what I would do? I would just pull the name out the cup, and I'm like, all right, got it. You know what I mean? I'll take either.
Yo,
Or
who's
is that
that?
Robbie? Which one you want? I'll get the other
Well,
one.
We got
It's Jake.
Jake.
Well,
Jake.
well, two quick jokes, I guess. The Hall of Fame off the field for receivers is Edelman. He left a Miss Universe for another Miss Universe.
Oh, who does he think he is? Mark Anthony?
Very impressive.
Hey.
And if
J-Lo
Miles
for Miss
kept the
Universe.
sideways hat, grew the Jerry curl out, he'd be Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell.
Oh,
We're
does
bringing
he
the
got
Jerry curl
got
back.
the
We're gonna bring the
dimples?
Jerry curl back.
Ah, but
got
it's
the
not that
difference.
curly. Oh well. I gotta get a perm.
Yeah, I agree with Justin. I think with the arm that Phillip Rivers has, it does wear down, and the Colts know that at his age. They're not going to throw it as much. By week 13, he won't be gassed like he usually is. And if he's benched,
from throwing
last
all
year they
those shot
did rely on the
puts.
run a lot. And if they have to use the backup, we saw them rely on the run a lot. I think
yeah.
both backs will be very effective in fantasy, and I think they're going to split carries at worst. And I think Taylor being drafted where he was a steal for them. They liked him at that spot.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to use him.
So, do we have time to acknowledge a comment in the chat? I think we have time. I love Friday nights because of the Rumboyz. Shout out to Mayor Robert, what is also the greatest name ever.
Hey, Joey, he got my vote. He got my vote. You know what I mean?
Dude was the actual mayor of the city I lived in, and honestly, after he got elected, he came by and knocked on my door and was like, "Hey, man," and he like did a whole mayor thing. I was like, "You don't gotta do that, bro," or like, we're homies,
Bro,
Of course, he had my vote.
If I'm
But-
friends with someone that turns like politician, I'd be like, if you do not get out of my home with like, don't do the formality with me. Like, nah, I just feel like we're close enough we can do it. Nah,
Bro,
you don't want to be
After I get-
affiliated.
after I get done with the military, I'm getting into politics. So
Woo, there you go.
Can I be your campaign manager?
I'll vote for you.
I don't know. I feel like you may be a scandal waiting to happen,
No, listen,
Bogart.
I would get all the money for all the campaigns. You know what I'm saying?
campaign.
All
plan,
the
all the
scandal waiting to
politician.
happen.
I would be like, oh, that sucks. Well,
Get
figure
all
it
the
out.
lobbyists, top everybody up. You're gonna throw a pachanga to raise some cash and some awareness. You're gonna have a band on, free beer, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the way we do it down
What, the
here.
Mexican politics did you just say?
It's all Mexican politics. Like, hey,
I
do you
live
need to go
up in
vote?
Washington. That
You need,
like
you need me to
that's
come
not
pick you up
working
and take you to
here.
the polls? You need me to come pick you up and take you to the polls? I can do that.
Oh my
I'm
god!
in Washington.
there's-
We're meeting up at Starbucks.
There's a free brisket plate in it for you.
Next
My
topic.
political
Next
approach.
topic.
We legalized tobacco, hopefully marijuana, and alcohol. Drink it away,
Yes.
smoke it away, figure it out. I don't care.
Yeah.
Boom, everybody
You
will
have
be
the right
happy.
With your own vices. There you go.
Hey, let's get into the next topic. Is DeAndre Hopkins being picked as a wide receiver 3 overall in fantasy football overhyped? Many industry analysts feel the targets will taper off, making it more along lines of a wide receiver 6 to a wide receiver 8. I think we start with Jake.
Yep. My only concern is the chemistry issue, but they just paid him. He's a little bit older, and they paid him late. They're going to use up what he has left and hopefully get out of that contract early. I really feel, and I don't think they're going to really save his body. If you pay a guy like that, extend him right away. You have plans to use him. I think he's going to light it up. I think Kyler's going to have good chemistry with him. So I could see wide receiver 3 for sure. Because if you're thinking you go running back, you're thinking the first pick, fifth overall pick. I could see someone doing that, honestly.
Justin, you
Man.
know more. You know some insight about this topic.
I love this because I do think he's overhyped as wide receiver 3, but not but not by much.
Yeah, not by much.
So I have him as my wide receiver 4. So obviously not by much. His ceiling is I got him as wide receiver 2. His probably floor minus catastrophic injury, something like that. Probably wide receiver 6, 7. Like, because I don't think that you're going to, especially in PPR, I think he's going to finish higher than Tyreek Hill. I think he's finishing higher than Allen Robinson. Chris Godwin has a chance to finish higher than him. Julio Jones has a chance to finish higher than him in PPR. Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas. So he's right below those dudes. He's a beast. He's the number 1 wide receiver by a long shot on that team. The most talented person on the field when he steps on that field. He's getting the ball. Like, I think that's crazy to think like this. This isn't like you got a quarterback that's at the end of his career. And you're worried he's not going to last the whole season throwing the ball. It's not going to taper off. They're going to keep throwing the ball. That's that whole system. They want to throw it down the field, and that's what they're going to do. And he's like, that's his niche. Like, get me down the field, throw me the ball.
Catch radius,
and
not fast.
You don't have to get it. Look at the other, besides Watson, the other quarterbacks he's played with. You don't have to get it to him accurately. He's catching it. You just get it in the general vicinity, and it's his.
Oh, scramble drills, man. Just think about that. Go here. I'll give you this 4-foot radius. Go up and get it.
That's actually what Hopkins is best at, is in a scramble drill. That's where he performs the best. That also happens to be where their quarterback performs the best. Like that, it matches up.
As somebody who's watched DeAndre Hopkins his entire career, I'm not going to lie to you and just say like, oh, he's going to do terrible and just completely fall off the face of the earth. He's going into, and I know that one of our writers actually talked about this in an ADP battle that he had. I think it was Tone, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
but,
it was Ant. It was Ant.
Oh,
Hot Takes Fantasy Football.
Right, yeah, and I edited his piece earlier, and I went over a lot of it, and we were able to kind of like look at some of the things in a perspective as a whole from DeAndre Hopkins moving on from Houston, where he was the complete absolute alpha. There was nobody even close because nobody else was ever on the field consistently, right? So you look at his target share over the last 5 seasons: 192 targets, 170 targets, 160 targets, and then it dropped off at the very least 150 targets over the last 5 years. So Arizona only threw the ball maybe 50 more times than Houston did last season. Kyler Murray's going to have to give DeAndre Hopkins, in order for him to sustain what he was doing in Houston, 30% of the target share, which he will not see in Arizona. He will not see that with Kirk. He won't see that with Fitzgerald still there. Not this year, maybe in the next year after that or coming up, right? But honestly, it's just totally different. The Texans don't run the ball as much. You have Drake there who can still catch out of the backfield. Hopkins was DeAndre Hopkins' security blanket. He came into the NFL reading and then saying, oh shit, I'm in trouble. There's Hopkins. So it's a little bit different. Unfamiliar with the quarterback, unfamiliar with the system. He's a world beater. He's an awesome talent. Ceiling on Hopkins this year, 2 to 3, wide receiver 2 to 3, because he will see a dip in targets. Floor, 7, 8. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to fall off. He's going to be fine. He's going to be great, but I don't see him. His ceiling would have been hit, a couple of years ago in Houston when he was seeing 190, 170, 180 targets, which he will definitely not see in Arizona. That's my take on it. But he's going to be just fine. Grab him any way you want. I would personally take Devontae Adams over him this year, simply because that's the only guy they have to throw to in Green Bay.
He sounds
not
a little
like
upset
in Arizona.
It's not his choice to leave. It was Bob's choice. Okay.
Yeah, it's not his fault. I love Nook, man. I have Nook cups. I have 3 Nook jerseys sitting in my closet that are practically worthless right now. But he's a great world-class athlete. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to pay him. Kirk was the wide receiver 1 last year. Thank you for that, Jay Love. But like I'm saying, they like to spread the ball around. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it works out. Maybe he will turn into that hyper-targeted alpha and they get rid of everybody else they have there. But they have 8 receivers.
So, no, my thing is, they spread the ball around because their receivers, there wasn't a huge gap in ability between their receivers, like in skill. That there now is. Like, he is the alpha on that field by far. Like, none of those guys, no one's worried about Christian Kirk being the number 1 wide receiver. Is he going to overtake Hopkins this year? Absolutely not.
People are going to start
I would say
rolling coverage to Hopkins and making room for those other guys to start getting more open. So don't sleep on guys like Christian Kirk, is what I'm saying as well. So
I would
just
say the
feel
most
like
notable receiver they had in 5 years, in like that point of their career, was John Brown when Fitz really started falling off.
Shout out to
So
my
they don't
man
never had a big
downtown
name
John
there.
Brown.
Larry Fitzgerald has never really fallen off. I mean, he's got.
But he moved to the slot and found his role. I mean,
Yeah.
the other guy was John Brown, and John Brown is not anything compared to Hopkins. So
No, totally not.
Yeah.
Totally not.
And like John Brown couldn't flourish there because he had the sickle cell
Oh,
trait, and it's,
yeah.
you're at a higher elevation in Arizona. Like he gets a calf.
I didn't even know that.
Years.
But
The mayor said he would take Devontae Adams.
Okay,
Yeah,
Robbie?
absolutely, Mayor. You get the chance
What?
to take Devontae Adams, grab him over Hopkins.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think, Miles?
think so too this year. I was going to say, are you okay? But I was going to say, yeah, I think so this year, just to maybe be safe, because you don't know. He's going to a new place. You know what
I
I'm
could
saying? He's
argue this. I could argue
world
the Devontae Adams. I would still take my man Nuke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? I got my Darth Vader shirt. I got my goddamn broken lightsaber.
I took him at the 110. I took him at the
Listen.
110 in the Dynasty startup this year, and I'm thrilled with it,
Like,
honestly.
come on, what are we doing here? Do we remember who was throwing the ball at Nuke before Watson?
TJ Yates, Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage.
Come on.
Like,
So you mean
Brian Hoyer.
Come on,
Brian Hoyer.
keep it coming. Come on,
there's
Tom
some-
Savage, the
I said Tom
Macho
Savage,
Man,
yeah.
the Macho Man,
No.
Tom Savage.
Running mild.
What are we
All
doing
right.
here? This is
So
Kyler
I'm,
Murray.
I'm gonna say this.
Hold on.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
and
Tyler Murray better
I
than
think-
Deshaun Watson, though.
listen. That's TBD, right? But they have a similar playing style. I mean, say you're running a 4 wide receiver set. You're gonna have Nuke out wide. Are you gonna double him? You still got to keep a spy on Murray. You might see some single coverage. I think he has a floor, Kyler Murray, of 600 pass attempts at least. You know what I mean?
They may.
They
They throw the ball more than the Texans do, obviously, and I think that
and like
now
due to attrition.
Now they
and
may wanna
all
change
those-
that up.
All those no-name quarterbacks that threw him the ball before. Now you got someone with a baseball background. You know what I'm saying? Can throw all these crazy angles on
look
the run.
all those. He had a better season with TJ Yates. That he had some of his better years without Deshaun Watson. I mean, if you look at the
And
numbers, they're
he's
comparable.
Luke Skywalker. He has the Force.
Nook,
That's why-
Nook is going to put up the same kind of numbers he always puts up, no matter who the
Yo,
quarterback is.
When he gets
That's
those
all I'm
contested
saying.
catches, because he's using the Force to draw the ball into his hand. You know what I'm
Totally,
saying?
dude.
I'm telling
I actually, I think I'll send you a Photoshop that I actually have of him using the fucking Force.
you. I think I
right.
would need that.
Nook is the bomb. He is the bomb.
Yeah, but and I will argue, I'm crazy. I'm taking Nuke Skywalker over Adams because Adams and Aaron Rodgers,
crazy.
they're on a run first team.
Okay, so
Now
what
we
I
are.
want to say is
I think they both are.
what I want to say
No.
is
No, the air raid system. It's the air raid system over there in Arizona.
All right, let Robbie get his take.
Yeah. I digress.
I mean, no, I'm enjoying the banter. I mean, that's what we're all here for. Until someone proves you wrong, then what the fuck are you worried about and what are you stressing about? D-Hop has had so many 1,000-yard seasons. It's not even fucking funny.
I think he started out the gate too, huh? His rookie year.
Yeah.
No,
11
his rookie year
With-
he had 800 yards, but
Yeah.
but he also only had 91 receptions.
Yeah, and Andre Johnson was still there carrying it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
was about
right,
to
that's
say
right.
Andre Johnson was still there.
2013 was 2013 his rookie year?
That's his
Yeah,
rookie.
So
Okay.
By the way, Andre Johnson, terribly underrated wide receiver in the NFL, doesn't get enough credit that he deserves.
Bro, I fucking love
Shanahan-
Andre
I
Johnson.
love Andre Johnson.
Yeah, well,
Andre
thank you guys
Johnson,
because
give
you
me
guys
money.
know.
I don't know
He's
if
a
anyone.
coach. Wide receiver
I don't
coach.
even. I don't know if anyone
Sorry,
said that
yeah,
Kyler was
91
better than
targets, not
Watson.
receptions. 91 targets that year when
Yeah,
he
I
had
think he only had like
800.
70 something receptions or something like that.
52.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
That's
It
what
ju-
I'm
it-
saying.
Let me. All right. Let me
That's
put
a
it
lot
like
of
this.
yards for that many catches.
Let me
That's
put
good.
it like this. It has never mattered who has ever covered DeAndre Hopkins. There are guys that have faced DeAndre Hopkins one time and one time only, and they've been like, that's
Hey,
one of the
look-
hardest guys I've ever had to cover.
Look, bro. He made Jalen Ramsey his bitch the
Bitch.
entire time that he was there. The
Even
entire
Yes.
time.
Even
Yes.
AJ Boye as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, AJ Boye played with him and then went to the enemy, and he still
Yeah.
burned his ass.
Yeah.
Now, okay, look, I'm gonna say this being a Redskins fan, seeing how the fuck he broke off D-Hall in goddamn warm-ups in a scrimmage. Okay, this man is a dog. This man is a alpha. Okay, Devontae Parker. I get Devontae Parker missed some games last year, Devontae Adams missed some games last year, but Adams. But yeah, it's Turso. But Adams still. I mean. 2 years in the league, I get that you're younger. In dynasty leagues, yeah, would I take in a dynasty startup? Am I going to take Adams? Yeah, the youth is there. The youth is there. The evidence is not there in terms of dynasty, in terms of redraft, in terms of any fucking format that you want to put. DeAndre Hopkins, 1,000 yard, multiple times over and over again. And we have yet to see the serious decline. It has never mattered who is throwing to him. It has never mattered who has covered him. He's played against everyone throughout the whole fucking league.
Even Gilmore.
He's only finished wide receiver 1.
You hear me,
once,
Michael Thomas?
overall. So I'm just saying, I think that I think he's priced. I think we have him where he belongs, between wide receiver 2 to wide receiver 7. He's going to fall somewhere in there, and it's a whole new situation. So
7 is too low.
It is. It's like more than.
I'm gonna also say this. No, I'm gonna also fucking say this. Okay.
Depends how other people do.
Look, evidence is evidence. Raw evidence is just evidence. Stats are stats. Okay. Film is film. I get that he is on a new team. All right? And I get that it's something that we have never seen. What evidence is there that tells us that he cannot do it all over again? That he can't be the person that he's always been, be the player that he's always been?
None. It's just the target distribution, in my personal opinion. That's all it's going to be. He needs
absolutely,
which is of 150 targets.
So I do have Adams over him in my rankings, but and that's why, and also because he is on a new team, and you have the consistency from Adams, where he's coming back to the same system. So I know exactly what I'm getting. It's the known quantity over what it could be higher. It could be higher.
This is the take here. Hang on. This is the take right here that I want to challenge. This is the take right here that I want to challenge. So you're telling me he's not going to win you a season when the all right. The only way that DeAndre Hopkins is not going to win you a season is two things and two things only. And you literally have to do these two fucking things wrong in order to do so. Step one, you don't listen to the listen to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. If you don't listen to us, well, you're fucked from jump. Step two, if you're drafting a wide receiver first, and the first wide receiver that you pull off the board is DeAndre Hopkins, and after you have listened to this show and we're telling you that no, that's not the first one that you should take, then you fucked up because clearly you didn't follow step one right enough.
Yeah, my rankings do not dictate where I'm drafting a player.
Now,
it's all about
with
price.
that being stated, okay, this year especially, you should be going and snagging running backs early anyways. So the fact that this is even being brought up as a debate, and the fact that honestly I even earlier took the bait to even make this a debate from someone posing this as a debate, and someone trying to bet me. Completely fucking preposterous.
I will say, I got a
analytics
late second round. I'm taking him if he falls to me.
Late second. The
hype around Arizona is gonna drive the ADP up too high for him. You know what I mean? Like
It's Cleveland Browns hype right now from last year, I feel.
Right?
Oh no, maybe not that. It's similar. It's not that extensive.
Everyone, do me a favor. Go back and listen to Clock Management last season before the season started, when I kept telling everyone, do not draft anyone from the Browns.
Hey,
Nobody.
I'm still on Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was the second leading rusher last year. I actually hit that one out the park.
And I said on the show that I thought Nick Chubb would do great until Kareem Hunt came back.
Yo, we've all had shit that we've hit on.
That's true.
we've all had shit to where we've gotten right. And one thing that I am saying that is right and that is correct, that anyone that is bitching about anyone from wide receiver 1 all the way down to at least wide receiver 8 this year, and you're bugging about, oh my God, I didn't get fucking. If you're banking on a wide receiver to win you your league this year,
The point differential ain't even that. It's like you got to look at
Can I ask
tiers.
a question?
exactly.
Man, I'm banking on a wide receiver to win me my league this year, but that's only because I'm taking him in the 4th and 5th round, and he's going to finish as the number in the top 10.
Thank you, Justin.
You want somebody with the expectation that you want to be right ahead of the curve. Get
Shout
somebody
out to the
late,
Terry McLaurins of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah,
get 'em
T.Y.
late.
Hilton this year.
Yeah.
I was all over Chris Godwin last year, and dude, he helped so much
I
getting
was
into
all
those
over
championship
Godwin
rounds.
last
Okay,
year.
can
Yeah,
I
it
ask
was
you guys a
great.
question now? Julio seems to be getting disrespected.
Now take him
No,
anyway.
take
Julio.
Julio.
Anyway.
When I told you I
Take
have
him late.
him, when I told you I have Hopkins as my number, was it number 4? It's because I have Julio above him.
Yeah.
Bro,
The argument with Julio is
he-
he's always injured, but he plays through injuries, so it doesn't really matter.
the amount of leagues so far early on that, like, and honestly, at this point, now that I know that sports are coming back and, like, we're about to start getting OTAs, like, I'm about to start holding off on leagues I'm about to start jumping into. Like, I'm going to put a pause and a freeze on everything. Like, I'm not even going to announce our leagues until, like, yo, we need to see OTAs. We need to see who's going to get starting positions because so many people are signing people, and everyone's like, oh, this impacts this person's fantasy value. And, like, we haven't even seen a fucking preseason game. Can everyone just shut up?
Yeah,
Like-
and listen to the Rumboyz, god damn it.
It's like that Darius Geis hype video from him last year when he was coming off injury. Everybody wanted to jump on him, and I was like, "Don't do it."
Don't you?
Yeah,
don't
I'm like,
you talk about
just
my man,
stop.
Geis.
Yeah.
Geis is too nice.
You know, this is,
Yeah, Preston Williams.
you can win without a top wide receiver. That's
totally
what we're
can.
trying to say.
You can draft 6 running backs and
Well,
get
okay.
like half-ass receivers towards the end, and they can still pull through for you. I
Bro,
mean, it
if
just
I
depends
got-
on
Let's
format.
reference though.
If I
you're
got
in a
B
3 wide
stats running
receiver-
backs, if I got B stats running backs at RB1, RB2, and flex, oh god.
But, hey,
Dude, my
I will
top 2
say this,
receivers
though.
in most leagues I was in was DJ Moore and Chris Godwin. Those are my 1 and 2 in all my leagues because I went running back. You know what I mean? And I tore it up.
In your
I mean, it
And
usually
Chris Godwin
takes
finished
the
as
back
what,
you
wide
draft
receiver
go
2?
off, and that really hot running back that comes up, you
Yup.
pick up early enough.
Yeah,
Bro,
I
so-
guarantee you at least 4 of the wide receivers I have in my top 10 right now will not finish in the top 10.
Yeah,
Wide
it could be-
receiver is a lot harder to like.
I was
You have a lot
rocking-
more of a variety in there.
I was
Sure.
rocking
Yeah,
a
there's so
fucking
many
DJ
wide
Chark.
receivers.
I was rocking a
Oh,
DJ
no,
Chark,
I just
AJ
thought of
Brown
something.
combo. And
Yeah, I
I
just
was
thought of
just
something.
eating. I was
That's
just
great.
eating with DJ Chark and AJ Brown. In another league, I had Cortland Sutton and DJ Chark eating.
And you can eat with those guys. You can because those wide receivers that you get in the
Just gotta
3rd or
diagnose
4th,
them correctly.
those wide receivers you get in the 3rd or 4th round that you aren't top wide receivers, they can do just as good as those other guys. You know, you just have to have that expectation of them growing in the offense and breaking out a little bit.
Think about this: Arizona Cardinals. They're gonna play. The NFC West. They're gonna play against the AFC East and the NFC East. So let's go through the AFC East. He's gonna play against Gilmore, Xavier Howard, Tre'Davious White. Right? I don't know who the fuck the Jets got over there. No disrespect to Jets fans, right? But then you look at the NFC East. You got Bradbury there now. James Bradbury's there with the Giants. Darius Slay's there. You know what I'm saying? Who else am I missing? Oh, maybe the rookie Diggs might give him some shit.
Oh.
I mean, he got some notable names that he's gonna have to go up against in fantasy. Wow.
Like I said, until something proves to you that it is broken, don't go around
true.
trying to fix the shit. And
Look, he'll
that's
be
the point
fine.
that I'm trying to make. That's the
He'll be
point that I'm
fine.
trying to make.
If you're in 3 wide receiver sets, mandatory for your roster format, like if you have to start 3, then I would say I would probably try to get a Michael Thomas if I was like 6th overall or something.
Dude,
You know
look,
what I mean?
I got Hopkins, like I said, 110 in this dynasty startup that I just did. We have 3 wide receivers and a shit ton of flexes, and I went Hopkins right in the 1st round, and then I went like running back. I picked up it's a super flex with 2 QBs, so I picked up a QB, and then I went In the fourth, I traded up and I got AJ Brown and DK Metcalf in the fourth because that's like really like the top, and those guys could break or finish a lot higher than you expect. And the fourth round isn't bad.
The fourth, fifth round, I'm loving the wide receivers that are in the fourth and fifth round of drafts.
You can totally wait, and you can totally win without a top wide receiver.
And then I'm grabbing my quarterback at like round 12, round 13. Give me a Drew Brees there, and I'll win my league.
Robert. Sorry, Mayor Robert. It's not all just standard classic redraft crap where you can take a tight end number 2. This is dynasty.
Every league is gonna be different, and we're gonna start diving into a series. Like I'm gonna try and find a different night that's not Friday night where I can start getting a couple of these different guys together. We're gonna start developing this series. Then, of course, you guys know that every year, come around July, August timeframe, we have our fantasy football summits. So we'll be getting the summits launched for you guys. We'll be getting our consensus. Rumboyz ADP will do our summits, and then ADPs will be released on rumboyz.com.
Lots of work for me to do, it sounds like.
Dude, summits get crazy. Summits get crazy.
I'm almost done with my ranking or with my
projections.
Projections and ADP.
By this time, I'm usually getting close to it, and honestly, I haven't even freaking started because I've been editing articles and writing and doing all this other stuff.
This year, wait until you can start seeing some film. Like, wait until you start seeing OTAs. Like, until you start seeing reporters like talking about, okay, these guys participated this way and in this manner, and like you can watch those clips. Like, I'm holding off this year. I'll be late on it. Fuck a deadline. Like, I don't need to meet a June deadline for this year.
August.
No, I'm just crazy, and like I start doing mine even pre-draft, and then after the draft, I go back and change it basically everything, and then I continue to do that.
Since we already drafted in the league together, share your Google Doc with me. That way, I don't have to do so much work.
Right. Let's see. What sophomore wide receiver do you see repeating their 2019 performance, Jake?
DK Metcalf, and I think he'll improve a little bit too. I think he'll slowly take over that role.
Damn it!
And become a guy. Russell Wilson's big target.
Good deal.
900 yards, 58 catches. I think that'll improve.
All right, so I'm gonna just say this. Like, unless anyone says anything outlandish or crazy, I'm probably not going to say a whole lot of shit about a lot of y'all's takes because he just started off with more fire. I
like it.
I love it.
I have some DK shares, and I have Russell Wilson in a dynasty as well. So
I think with the question marks at the run game and like their secondary kind of being trash, I think Russell Wilson might be chucking that thing more than.
That's what I've been saying.
Well, they have to throw an extra lineman in to run the ball. So at some point, you lose predictability.
I think
unpredictability, and it's like, well, might as well throw it when you have these two options at receiver.
Yeah, and I think that he overtakes Lockett this year for the first year. Yeah, like in the second year.
I think there are guys that could overtake him, in my opinion, for sure. But I think he's very reliable to do what he's doing, or a little bit better. I think he's right in that spot to be.
Yeah, I love DK this year.
All right, hey Justin,
me too.
You're up.
I'm going with. I'm staying in the NFC West. I'm going Debo.
Nice.
That's another one that I'm loving this year. I expect them to kind of like when you look at any other stat as doing analytics, like you expect regression, or people always talk about the popular one is talking about Aaron Jones having touchdown regression. There's also positive regression. Yeah. San Francisco is not going to run the ball as much as they did last year. I guarantee you that. I'll put money on it. And they're going to throw the ball more. Debo is by far their number one wide receiver there. He's going to see an increase. Yeah. He may even run the ball some. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to see him in all sorts of different areas of the field. And I trust their coach. He's an offensive genius to get Debo open with schemes. So you're going to see Debo more and more. He's going to improve from last year.
Him in the Super Bowl, God damn it!
Really quick with that take. Everyone, go back, play that one back. All right, that one was at the around the 217, 218 mark. That's why you watch film, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Clearly, someone's been in the film room. Miles, go ahead and follow that one up.
Yeah, no, what I would do right here is I'd jump in and I would snipe your pick, which is Robbie, which is probably Terry McLaurin, but I'm not going to do that
that was mine.
for you. Oh, okay, there you go. No, I'm
You
not gonna
still
do
got it.
that. You're fine. You can have Bogart snipe you. I'm going to go ahead and say AJ Brown here in this situation. I know that it doesn't look really good because they don't throw the ball a hell of a lot. It looks like Jonnu Smith might be on the rise, but Corey Davis sucks cock.
This year's Corey Davis's breakout year, though. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
He's not Devontae Parker, so he can't do it this year, I don't think. But I mean, they run the ball a hell of a lot, but he has that Debo DK factor to me. He's a huge beast of a receiver. He's physical. And they don't use him like they would in maybe the run game like these other guys or like little gadget things underneath or whatever. But A.J. Brown can get down the field. And once he gets the ball in his hands, he's a yak monster. And they only have Jonnu Smith is the only other like real young up-and-coming target there for Ryan Tannehill. So they're going to run. And, yes, they're going to run all day. But when they play action – when they have play action, he's going to beat anybody downfield on that one-on-one single coverage, and then he's probably going to take it to the house like he did all of last season. So I expect him to improve on that mark in his numbers from last year and take a step forward this year. So I'm gonna go with Tennessee here and say AJ Brown on this one.
When I watch his film,
Connor Burke, good shit. Connor Burke, way to go deep into the books. He went into the injury report there with that comment. Good shit. Mile.
My whole
I was
backdrop
gonna say those college guys when they get surgeries have to be super careful because that messes up their NFL careers bad if they get the wrong surgeon.
I don't like foot surgeries, or I don't like players coming off of foot injuries the following year. I like to wait a whole.
You hear so many athletes get bad surgeries in college that ruin their NFL careers.
I just don't like players that get you 3 touchdowns in 1 week and then they don't do anything for 4 weeks.
Yeah, Will Fuller.
Hollywood Brown.
Let Bogart go, gents. Well, come on.
I will say, when you watch AJ Brown's film, doesn't he remind you of like Anquan Bolden-esque?
Yeah, he's
like just when he's a monster, dude.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going with my man Terry McLaurin, the Scottish lad. Fire up the bagpipes. You know what I'm saying? I love the Scottish lad. I love the laddie. You know what I mean? That defense. Is that secondary probably going to be giving up some points still? I would assume. So I'm banking on this being a volume play, and he's just fucking fast as fuck, and he catches the ball with his hands. I love Terry McLaurin, dude. Am I too bullish on the laddie?
No, darkest Scottish guy I know, but yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, McLaurin. 2%. McLaurin's got to be Scottish. And you know what? Even if it's not, my version's better.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's good.
Mike Perry of the UFC. He has that 2% and uses it well.
No, hey, Robert, DJ Chark's that's a good one. Also, he's bounced back. I mean, he had a great year.
Hey, can I?
Hey, we still got Robbie.
Oh, sorry, Robbie.
Fuck.
The laddie.
Terry McLaurin.
Hey, so first off, Terry McLaurin's nickname is the F1 McLaurin. Go back, watch the Terry McLaurin interview here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, over on Sportscaster,
for sure.
Over on YouTube. We have the interview leaked on both. Yeah, you definitely got to check out that McLaurin interview. That shit is
Rumboyz rookie interview with Rob and
once he hears that he's the laddie,
Ty Boogie.
Shout out to Ty Boogie.
It's not a skirt; it's a kilt. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna shout out a rookie that I did not interview. That, looking back at his rookie year, I wish that he would have been a rookie that I interviewed, and that is DJ Chark. DJ Chark. I absolutely love DJ Chark, and he quickly became my favorite. Not only fantasy pickup, but he became my favorite play-by-play call to make. When we go back to the greats of Stuart Scott, Chris Berman, so many others, so on and so forth, and when I came with the DJ Chark to do, like, that was my shit, and I ran with it, and there's a symbolic kind of relationship there where it's like, damn, I didn't interview you, and I want to interview. This whole panel clearly knows me better than I know myself because they all took guys that I interviewed. So Yeah, they're not my friends right now.
Ooh,
For like the next
Sharknado?
two.
What about
they're not-
Sharknado?
Don't worry, Robbie.
Sharknado.
I got another one after you.
But DJ Shark, you're definitely gonna elevate. You're definitely gonna step the fuck up and do your goddamn thing.
Bro, so I got one more though. This is another one. My first one was kind of high up there in your draft. This one's going to be a little bit further, who's not only going to repeat but improve, and that's Darius Slayton.
Oh, definitely.
I interviewed him. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Dang.
That's a
But
good one.
Darius Slayton.
I have to say some shit.
Okay.
But yeah, Darius. I had Darius on a couple of rosters last year, and wow, did he
Sharknado,
impress?
give me money.
He made his way into my starting lineup in the flex spot. Like
You're
the last
right.
3-4
Shark
weeks
is in his
easily.
third year.
Yeah, I was
he
about to
is?
say.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, what? Nikhil Harry, give me money?
Well, you can
Bro.
have Slayton then, Robbie.
You can take that. No,
I was
fuck
never high
that.
on Harry.
I watched Darius Slayton beat the fuck out of a 12-year-old in Madden. Unrelentlessly. I was like, you shouldn't do that. And he was like, I know the playbook already. And I'm like,
That's funny.
He's already.
I'm gonna go. Here's who
right
I'm
now.
going
He's
with.
going round 8.
Here's who I'm going with. Listen, I know there's a whole lot of offense that's happening.
Hunter
on this team.
Renfro. Hunter Renfro.
I'm not going there.
He's a
Even
vet.
though
Come
I
on,
love wide receivers.
a veteran wide
But
receiver.
where I am going, I know there's a whole lot of offense on this team,
Looking.
but I think this guy can definitely go the fuck off no matter what, and that is Mecole Hardman.
Ooh, Cole, hard man. like how a caveman would say it. Cole.
Bogart, if he unfollows me on Twitter,
No,
That's why.
Oh,
Man,
I'm gonna get fired from the Rumboyz.
so I love Mecole. Like that. That one's one of the ones that scares me though, because he's one of those dudes who will go off in a game, but then since it's like every other week it's a different wide receiver that's out there going off.
hey bud, hey
Marcus Robinson, Sammy Watkins.
hey bud,
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
hey,
blah. A running back.
hey, did I criticize your fucking pick?
No, go for it though.
You guys left me the fucking scraps
I
here,
know.
okay?
I get it, but
What
I
did
mean,
what
Slayton-
did you want me to do?
that's why I tried throwing you Slayton.
You know what?
Why am I gonna
Talk about
commentate
the
on a
laddie.
guy that you just already started
Let's go back to
commentating
talking
about?
the laddie.
Bogart, that doesn't help either.
I love you, Admiral.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, good shit,
But
gentlemen.
next topic.
That means I'm due for another beer. Every topic.
Damn, can you really do that?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Alrighty.
He's
Oh,
the
I do.
peacock.
I can drink you under the table, honestly, if I needed to. I don't need to, though.
He's been drinking.
Oh, all right. Hey, just so every listener knows, next year's once we figure out this whole fucking the bitch COVID shit.
Ooh,
All right.
We're gonna have a drinking contest.
No, yeah, we are, and it's gonna happen live in fucking person. It's called a fantasy football draft, where all of you fucks get to be involved in a pit in the Thunderdome, drafting with the Admiral, Rumboyz Robbie, Dilly.
I'm going to be hugging everybody by the end of that night. I'll just tell you that much.
You look like a hugger. You look like a hugger.
Everybody in this room is gonna be mad at me when I end up with DK Metcalf, Debo Samuel,
A.J. Brown.
Yeah, you drafting every player we talk about.
We
It's a
need.
dirty
By the
game,
way,
y'all. It's
by
a
the
dirty
way,
game.
I have decided.
Jimbo's
that,
gonna be shirtless.
Yeah.
Bogart walks
Yeah.
out with Nick Chubb.
By the way, we have decided.
Oh,
I'm
first
going
pick.
take my
to
Nick Chubb.
the way that it's going to work in terms of what location that it'll go down. We are going to. First off, it will be a fucking Airbnb because no one's house is getting fucked up for any of this. Okay.
Listen, I don't know. Does this
Man, I don't
Airbnb
want to
have
get
security
robbed.
system?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to get robbed.
As long as we don't invite any Thomas brothers.
Wherever we
Right,
do
that might
this,
get weird.
Wherever we
Damian
do
Williams.
this, believe me, I have friends, I have people we'll be taken care of. All right? So, but the way that we're going to do this for next year, whenever, we clear up this goddamn COVID,
The goddamn COVID.
we are going to pick a city where you guys think that we're going to pick a city where you guys think that we can get the most ratchets. We're not going to pick somewhere where all of us live. We're going to go
neutral site.
Yeah, where do you think that we can just the fuck load and be like what would make the greatest fantasy football weekend draft weekend vlog?
New Orleans.
Ooh,
Dude,
that's a good one.
oh gosh, I think I just got half a chub when you just said that. I was like, Rumboyz
That's a
draft
really good
weekend. Pause. New Orleans. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure it out. We're
Definitely
gonna
not
release
Williams.
it.
We don't need his
We're gonna release it
Airbnb
as
either.
a poll. We're gonna release it as a
There's no
poll.
Airbnb. Airbnb.
Okay, hold on. When does Mardi Gras happen? Because is that around the NFL draft? Because then we could do the rookie draft.
Bogart,
No,
are
it
you
already
trying to
happened.
get
be out there?
Bogart? Are you trying to get all of us divorced?
It already happened.
You're right. Never mind. I was just kidding, babe.
No, the fuck he was not because
what about-
I would not be.
Hey, we
I
can hit up
love
John
Big
Jones, right?
What about Tampa, the site of the Super Bowl?
Oh. Wait,
Well,
wait.
it
If we're
is in
drafting,
Florida.
if we're drafting, but if we're
I think
drafting,
Florida's exempt
like we
from
should
our
do that.
list.
We should do that for Super Bowl coverage. We should do that for Super Bowl coverage.
Well, I think
we-
it'd
we
even be
should-
cool to do our draft at the site of the Super Bowl because you could get it. We could get probably
shit,
access
I do
to
wanna
that
be
area,
around my
like right
diners.
by the stadium.
Hey,
You know
fellas,
what?
while I have your ears real quick, I'm up next to draft, and I'm leaning Alan Lazard, Justice Hill, Tyrell Williams, or Duke Johnson.
Duke has a role over there. Still.
That's what I was thinking. I already have David Johnson, so it'd be good to have him in case
But
he
I think Lazard flashed enough, and you know what I'm saying? Like
Lazard, Tyrell Williams, and
no.
Las
he'll be getting the single
Justice
coverage.
Hill, or
Well,
Duke
unless,
Johnson.
and I'm sorry, the legendary
Go Lazard. Go Lazard. Go
Devin
Lazard.
Funchess is over there. You're right.
Oh, Devin
I'm
Funchess
going-
is-
Yeah, my thing with Duke is he played well because he had to prove it, and I think once he makes a little bit of money, he'll go back to being Duke Johnson.
I heard
from a Browns
I heard
fan,
rumors that they're going to
Peacock,
use him both.
I'll
Just
take value
go
in
to
Jets' take.
Instagram real quick and click on my story, and then you'll know who to pick.
Will do. I'm going to make everybody wait. I'm on an 8-hour
Hey,
clock anyway. so.
and Justin, where can people find that Instagram story, please?
Oh, you just go to Instagram, type in on your phone in that little search thing, clock management. It's written right here. You don't even need to figure out how to spell it. And it'll pop right up. You go ahead and click add, and you could check out that story too.
Hey, good job, Justin.
Fuck
yes.
He's a great follow, though, Rumboyz and girls.
He is.
Great
He is.
follow.
Speaking
You
of a great
see that?
follow, speaking of a great follow, is the GMM Network. Speaking of the GMM Network, Bogart, we need to pay some bills.
Is that the Lazard King?
Oh, man, well,
Yeah, that is.
well, you know what? Now
Well,
that I know
do
everybody's
it.
been missing that cold hard cash that you had the ability to win playing DFS, but like with no sports for a while, DFS seemed like a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying? But now with our new sponsor, Monkey Knife Fight, and you couple that with the fact that we're getting sports back, you gotta go and make an account and utilize promo code Rumboyz. That's all caps, spelled with a Z. If you're dumb, you know what I'm saying? Like
Big letters.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? I have to be reminded these things. Promo code Rumboyz, and we'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. And let me tell you something. Don't fuck around and put $1 down and get $2 to fuck with. Go ahead and throw that whole 50 because you want that hundo. We got all kind of legal online games popping off. Props, underovers, all the shit. Go to monkeyknifefight.com. Utilize promo code Rumboyz, all caps, and you'll be
With a Z.
yelling, Monkey Knife Fight, give me money!
Give me money. A little bit of a Zito there, but you pulled it off.
Nice.
Let's see here.
I like when you put
Alrighty.
me on the spot, though. It's pretty good.
No worries. For you segued yourself into it. Former NFL wide receiver Josh Gordon seeking reinstatement before training camp begins. If you're an NFL GM, you giving him a shot or nah?
Man,
Okay.
are we allowed
Bogart.
to smoke weed yet? Is the NFL?
Yes, they are.
Yes, we're allowed to smoke weed.
Yeah, us,
We are.
yes,
Oh.
Bogart. Him, no.
NFL, no. Okay, no.
Oh, I thought the NFL was good.
I know. I thought there was some kind of little
Hang
leniency they were
on.
giving
Wait,
out.
pause the whole fucking show. When he just said, "Are we?" I was like, "Wait, we're on air." Like, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm talking about like the NFL. I'll take the liberty. You know what I'm saying?
No, they changed their
I've been smoking
rules.
weed this whole show, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you know what?
I think they changed it to if you have prior issues or a criminal charge with the use of it,
then it's
or the direct cause of it, you will get hit with it. The question is, do his previous charges still?
No, so he won't be suspended. He just won't be paid.
All right.
Okay, well,
No,
I
don't
drop
play
it
football
because
for
my
free.
dynasty-
Please, just don't get hit for free.
Wait.
I
No,
should
no,
drop
hold
him from
on.
my dynasty rosters then.
Wait. So
My
I'm
man
gonna go
Flash
ahead.
Gordon.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna
Go
break the order. Justin, what do you mean by what you had just previously stated, sir? I believe it was something along the lines of he just won't be. He'll still be suspended, but won't be paid.
No, he
Now,
won't be suspended.
Oh, so is this? So if he's reinstated, no longer suspended, but he just won't be paid?
Yeah, so if he has positive tests for marijuana with the new rules that they have, like
Okay.
Oh,
you like
that's pretty cool.
that is.
So it would have to be for the love of the game, right?
because you get after the first
CTE
one.
for free. A new NFL hashtag.
Yeah, I believe I forgot how many. How
But he
I
would
had
be
it up
smoking
on my
weed, though,
computer
you know, to
before,
help
but it's like
fight
after the
CTE.
first one, I forgot you get like there. It's like you have to get charged a certain amount of money or and whatever. After the second one, there's another penalty, and then they start taking 3 weeks pay at a time. So Josh Gordon just won't receive a paycheck for like 4 years.
Well, he's still in his rookie contract, by the way. So
Yeah.
Dang, that rookie contract's like 7 years. Okay, well,
Shit, he got the Scottie
9
Pippen
years.
deal all over again.
okay, listen. If I'm a GM, the reason I was prefacing the fact that if they're being lenient on weed is because he was phenomenal when he was playing high. When he's playing high, phenomenal. 1,400-yard fucking outing, right, with the Browns. You know what I'm saying? High every single fucking game. You know what I mean? But now my real take is, I mean, he can end up depth somewhere. You know what I mean? And then you know what I mean?
Redskins.
Like, there you go. There you go.
Texans.
That would take pressure off my
Be an
man,
alpha
the
there.
Scottish lad. I'm so gonna push that.
But I
First
guess
of all,
that-
man.
if
It's
you
never gonna be a
refuse
thing.
to take the test, you get suspended 3 weeks.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Well, he's just gonna be peeing green all day. And
Yeah.
and you know what though? I really think he should smoke because, you know, what I mean, he does. I think he does suffer from some type of mental health.
Fucking Jay.
You know what I mean? Like, he has some type of mental health issues, man. And you know, I don't know if football should even be like something he should do in general. I think he needs to, like, you know, he really needs to get some real help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All jokes aside.
Yeah, no, seriously.
and
like, he
let's
does
take
have,
into account his weed addiction came from trying to get off lean. So
right.
he
That's what I was gonna address.
downgraded.
And the best anti-drug
other
is another
issues.
drug.
He has
Yes.
he has other issues in his past besides
This is
just
the best
marijuana,
anti-drug.
which would be cool. So if he didn't
And marijuana
have
actually
the
helped him get over those.
Yes,
yeah,
there
marijuana
you
has
go.
never helped anybody finish first in a race of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it
Tell
shouldn't
that
be like
to him.
banned anyway. But I'm just saying, like, you know, he's had other substance abuse problems, and he's
Oh
had
my God! Tell that to Michael Phelps. Phelps.
performance and well, that's true. That's very true. Tell that to me. I've done just fine my entire life. But performance enhancing drugs, he's had an issue with as well. Like, he got suspended because of that as well, not just because of the marijuana. So he needs to clean up his act a little bit. Yes, weed potentially could see him, you know, getting back into the NFL. And I do think that his numbers weren't great across 11 games with two different teams last season, because it's, you know, it's tough to do that kind of stuff unless you're DeAndre Hopkins. But he still has
Yeah.
a lot of potential, great athleticism. Have you seen this guy? If the guy is lazy from smoking weed or doing, it's definitely the PEDs, because he is built like a Mack truck. But the guy can straight up fly, and he could probably still do something. But it's a long time ago the last time we saw, you know, top-notch Josh Gordon. I think it was like 2013 or something like that. Ridiculous. So
He had 200 yards 3 straight
That's
games
awesome.
in his first 3 games he played. And
So,
then he
yeah,
fell.
yeah.
It just sounds like this motherfucker Miles is all out on Josh Gordon.
No. I have him in 2 dynasty leagues. I was even considering getting him again.
Secular. He's secular.
Yes.
No, like
What does this word mean?
If I'm a
The
G-
mushrooms don't- the
if I'm
mushrooms
a
are like,
GM,
what does it mean?
I'm gonna start using it where it doesn't fit because Justin just
Yeah.
made it a bigger
Still wanna
deal.
know.
when in Rome. If I'm a GM, probably not giving him a shot unless I need help a lot at wide receiver, just because the PR hit you're gonna take when he continues to fail tests and stuff like that and has issues.
Ooh.
And I don't think he's going to be the rock star he was. It's like you said, like 7 years after he came into the NFL, he's yet to finish an NFL season. He just
This
doesn't
man
do
Justin
it.
said, if you fuck up my opportunity to end up on the cover of GQ or Forbes, I'm gonna punch you in the dick, Josh Gordon.
Right? The owners don't want that. They don't want him to mess things up for them, just as an
No.
organization.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
I
a
mean-
good point.
At least that's what I heard out of Justin's take.
How old is he? He's like
I'm in
27.
a
Let's go
similar
get Des
take
Bryant.
with Justin.
Hey, Justin, just so you know, that's how I transcript your whole show. I'm like, all right, so like Justin's really saying this, and that means he really doesn't like a player in this way. All right, cool. You know,
It's lit.
Yeah, I view this as a story as a really bad option for a GM to even have to make, because at this point,
Give it to LeBron.
I understand the worst thing he really has done and gotten caught for is the DUI and getting he almost assaulted an officer. He tried to, and he just got in trouble that one time, and then it was a downhill. He got caught the first time, and he's using weed as a medication to stay away from that, and I get it. But at some point, he's so addicted to marijuana, he'll be playing for free. And he's unmotivated when he's playing for free. As he's unmotivated to get a second contract, do not pay this guy. Like
Right.
You cannot get addicted to marijuana.
You pay him
That's
in
for the
weed.
record.
can't, yeah. So you
mentally you
can't.
can, and he definitely is.
No, you can't. And that's how we know that you don't smoke weed.
Um,
Yeah, I went all day without smoking until I got on the show.
Whoa, you went a whole fucking day? Do you know
Yeah,
what
dude,
happened? Do you know what happened if I went more than 2 hours?
What I
didn't
will
even eat
say, as an
22 hours
addict,
later.
he obviously used it for something when he knows he's gonna get caught.
Bro.
So
Look,
I like
All right.
I like money. I like money more than I like marijuana. So if I was in his shoes,
he clearly
I'd
does
probably-
not.
I'ma
He
put
clearly
it-
does
I'ma
not.
put it
There's
like
a problem
this.
with him.
I'm gonna put it like this. So when me and my wife we first got together, I wasn't smoking, right? And that was bad. Hold on. That was bad. That was bad
He's
because
in the military.
because like we're sleeping in the same bed and I'd wake up screaming in the middle of the fucking night. And eventually she had reached a
Sweat.
point where she was like, you know what, motherfucker, I can't do this. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, my girl.
And
He's looking
I mean-
over at her like, "Am I lying?"
I mean, and I'm good, now, I mean, Justin knows, Bogart knows, they all know my story. These are two of my best friends, inside of the industry, inside the business. They know, it saved my life. It's because of one plant that I'm here and I'm able to do this show with you guys.
Such a wonderful plant.
It's a great plan.
But no, for real, if not, the military did have me on 5 different medications that had me just completely
I love plants and I love fungus. My girl
poor
will straight
Josh
up
Gordon.
tell me. She'll
Yeah.
be like, if I'm in a mood, my girl will be like, "Did you smoke?" And I'll be like, "No." Well, then go
No.
fucking smoke because you're fucking irritating me. Right?
I hear the same thing.
She'll be like, just go fucking smoke already.
Yep.
You're
And Josh
fucking
is.
irritating me.
I think Gordon's in that point where it's his mental coping. And it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
So-
that being said, and with that being stated, and that's why I wanted to add before the whole entire fucking marijuana community. Listen, you come at my man Jake, marijuana community. I'm gonna come at you, okay?
Yeah, leave Jake
Come
alone.
on.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So with that being said, and with that being stated, I second what he is stating because yes, it can, especially for people that deal with mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, and PTSD. That's why I personally did advocate for the CBRD sponsorship because I was like, yes, not only do I like the deal that we have going, but I like what you're doing and what you're providing and which the twist that you're putting on something. And that this is something that can calm people down and not be so fucking high tuned and aggressive and shit. So I get everything that Jake is saying and I second that. So with that and knowing that it is that, I can't have you on my team because I need you charged up and ready to fuck to go.
Yeah.
And let's look at where Josh Gordon came from too. The dude was addicted to lean at 13 years old.
Yes.
I mean, hardcore addict. And if weed's what he has to use to keep that away, good. Like I'm okay with.
Lean is one hell of a drug.
Yeah, lean's like cough syrup with fucking Sprite.
Yes.
all the
away
worst
from that,
fucking
good. Just keep
shit
doing that.
in the
Like,
world.
the dude's a real addict, and football should
purple
not be on his
drink.
mind. And if marijuana keeps him away from it, great. And that's all. That's all there should be to it.
Really quick, I want to appreciate the fact that you took the medicinal approach to your take, in order to mainly to defend as to why he probably should not be given another chance. If right now, if you're getting yourself straight, just get yourself straight, bro. And there's nothing more beautiful than getting yourself like set up and just right and with everything. Like if I'm Josh Gordon, grab a laptop with the webcam, get a fucking microphone, launch a podcast. Yo,
partner up with Ricky Williams.
Yep, partner up with Ricky Williams. Yo,
I'd listen to that shit.
You don't gotta name it like
Right?
hot boxing with player X. So, like you can't name it hot boxing, but like you can name it something to where like it's medicinal oriented and market the fuck out of that and run the market
Matt
up.
Barnes' show is legit.
Bro,
Matt Barnes podcast.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I am down. Josh Gordon, I am down. Okay, I am completely 100% down to where I am willing to be like, yo, I'll hop on. And, we can talk about how, marijuana helped us both as people that came from, like, fucked up past and, like, fucked up neighborhoods and growing up tough. You went into the NFL. I went into the military. We both went through that. That is traumatic, constant, just, pressure that is being put on you. I appreciate you and I love everything that you did for the NFL. And I know that you still want to play because I wish I could still run out there at almost 30 and still play.
That's what we have flag football for.
Yeah.
Weekend warriors.
love life right now. Love life.
I'm just excited to see their podcast, High Performance with Ricky Williams and Josh Gordon.
I love it.
Oh, that's the name. Drop the headphone.
You know what?
That's great.
Flash Gordon, I need to send him some psilocybin mushrooms. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey,
That'll bring it
You should call
Bogart,
Mike Tyson right now, invest, and join the
Bogart.
podcast with Mike Tyson.
Bogart, chop that up. Chop that up. We need to get that chopped up. We're at 247 right now. Where I'm telling you to get chopped.
The high performance clip, got you.
Yep, we
Dial
need
it up.
that. We're gonna tag them in the Instagram post. Make sure you guys follow us at Rumboyz NET on Instagram. Like that fuck up because
What
you
was
know
that
why?
thing? 249, you said, my guy?
247.
247. Yep, 247. Take that thing all the way back to at least 245, and you should find it somewhere in between there.
Yep,
Hey,
gotcha.
that's that right there. We're gonna all send it to him. We're gonna like it up. Justin,
Make it
way to
happen.
go. Way to go. Clock management fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen. All right,
High
we're
performance.
down to it.
Like that.
All right, so we're down to our final two. The New York Jets signed QB Joe Flacco to a 1-year, $1.5 million deal. Before how long is it before Darnold is benched? And like this shouldn't take us long.
Is it me right here?
Me first.
Jake.
Oh yeah, Jake. Yeah.
I don't think Flacco will play this year much at all. He's already immobile. He's old, coming off a torn ACL, and he has had foot problems. So I think this is the last year for prove it, Darnold, or we're done with you. And we're not going to bench you. We're going to see what we have. I don't think it's going to be a situation where you're going to have Flacco save the day.
See, this is where I disagree
Unless he's
with
hurt.
you.
But I think Darnold will probably be healthy and do well or struggle, and they'll figure it out next year with what they're going to do with him.
Week 8, we're going to see Joe Flacco because that's the week after Halloween, and he's going to see ghosts. So we're gonna get Joe Flacco in
I
there.
think they play on a Monday night again too that week. The Jets.
Man, that was whack. That was whack of the production crew to actually let that air. Like, I mean, come on, dude. That made him look so bad. Like he didn't know what the hell he was doing. That's mean. That's mean, dude. Who does that? Honestly?
It is. But you can't deny it was funny.
Miles, hold on. You cannot tell me that if we were a bigger staff than what we are and a bigger production than what we are currently, because we are going to get to that day. You mean to tell me that none of you fucks behind the scene be like, I know what I'm slipping in?
But that's like our brand. That's our style of doing shit. Like this is like NFL films or whatever the hell releasing that stuff. You know, that's a little like
slightly less successful voice, but
on a Monday night when they straight up show.
We're not the Sable family just yet.
Yeah, close. But no, I'm with you, Robbie. We'd totally put him on blast for seeing ghosts. Like that's a classic. Though it's gonna go down in infamy, dude. I mean, who
with the butt fumble?
You don't.
He meant the white jerseys. The jerseys were white. They were the off whites at home. That's what he meant. Not that he was intimidated. Clearly,
that just seems like something that would be said on our show, though. Like for real, like we would set that up. Like, we'd be like, hey, guys, we've gotten big enough to where we'll pay the fucking fines.
Here, let's air Sam Darnold, like, acting whack. Like,
Yo, we already have Miles. We already have Miles as our writing editor. Let's not give him video responsible. Well, Bogart's already chopping up video clips. And then if we get, like, oh, my God, yeah, he is.
What's screwed up is, though, he's actually going to get, hopefully he doesn't, but it's football. Actual like bell ringing hit, maybe a concussion. They're like, oh, now he's seeing ghosts. Like there's gonna be jokes about it on Twitter.
Yeah, hope that doesn't happen because that's.
I know, but people are actually gonna take that literally from be like, oh, now he's seeing ghosts of him laid out like.
I don't
Mason
want it
Rudolph.
to happen, but I might retweet it.
You guys remember 2015?
See, I would never do that, but people are gonna do it now because he said it. So he already made the meme ahead of time.
I was sitting here thinking about it. 2015, Aaron Rodgers played against the Broncos in Denver, and they were destroying him. And he said it straight up. And in the post conference, he was like, "I was seeing ghosts out there." Like, and that one kind of just, But this one on Monday night seemingly just is gonna haunt him, pun intended.
Yeah,
forever.
it was. Because
He is Sam Shovelface Darnold.
Yeah, and like he hasn't done anything in his career to make it so it's not bad. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like it's like his version of butt fumble, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a terrible game for him.
Seeing ghosts.
You can. I always call him the Crimson Forehead because like you have the crimson chin from
that's from
Nickelodeon, but his forehead is like.
Yeah, that's true.
The Jets are always getting fucked with.
His forehead is bad.
They do it to themselves. They bring in 80-year-old Joe Flacco. They bring in a 90-year-old Frank Gore.
Really quick.
I'm with you on Joe Flacco.
Really quick. I want to shout out. Hold on. I want to shout out. Turn up the Jets, really quick. All right, and I'm gonna express this on air. All right. Shout out to Joe from Turn Up the Jets, because first off. I am doing the fantasy football friendly series, which means I have to cover all 32 teams. I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers know straight up, right now. I am not going to be friendly to all of your teams, and I felt bad, and I realized this is why I'm probably doing it. It was a good show. Yeah. It was a good show, but I realized then
you were delivering, integrity. So you know what I mean.
I felt pissed that I felt bad. And I was like, yo, we got to pick apart.
Nobody.
Yeah, we got to pick apart your team and talk about how fantasy friendly it is, and we're gonna end this giving him a fucking C-.
It's like, hold up real quick while I shit on your team.
Well, you're being nice. I mean, I think a D
that's
plus
generous.
would have sufficed. Yeah, a D plus would have sufficed, and that's what you originally wanted to do. No, because you know what though? Shout out to my man Joe from Turn Up the Jets. Like, and I will say this: I remember in DFS a bunch of times, which you guys should play. We already went through the MKF promo code, right? Right? Monkey Knife Fight, give me money.
It's up top. You got it.
But, the goddamn
Ding, 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 ding.
My man Darnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he defeated the Mono 1000 or T1000 or whatever you want to call it, the goddamn he was streamable, and I was playing him in DFS. Like he had some big games.
As long as the schedule was favorable for him as well. So as long as he doesn't get sidelined by Mono again, Joe Flacco shouldn't pose a threat. It's just like one of those hype
Joe
names.
Namath?
No, yeah. All seriousness, I don't see Joe Flacco stepping on the field.
Yeah,
Don't ever listen. All right,
He missed like 4 weeks to develop as a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it all the way.
Me.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. Look, Joe Flacco, he ain't doing shit. Joe Flacco ain't shit. I remember I grew up in the era of Joe Flacco delete, and I'm sitting back arguing and fucking. I'm arguing in goddamn college and in high school and college,
right,
and in the military. I'm like, shut the fuck up, like you're retarded. Now like I get paid to do this. I'm like, I told you guys that Joe Flacco was an elite. That's not the way to approach that.
He's the only quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Then the opening season game, it didn't play in his hometown.
With that being said, that is not the biggest signing of the day. The biggest signing of the day is Carlos Hyde going to the Seattle Seahawks.
There it is.
Shitting on my Chris Carson shares.
Yeah, sorry. Chris Carson might still be a value though.
We are actually going to have Justin start this one off. We're actually going to have Justin from Clock Management start this one off. Justin, you felt strongly about this. We know that I feel differently about this, so we know that you and I are going to argue. But you go ahead and start it off so that I can say the shit that I have to say later.
All
right. So, first of all, to preface this, I'm not telling you Chris Carson is garbage, but this does hurt Chris Carson. And here's why. Because everyone, when I first started pointing this out, everyone's like, no, this hurts Rashard Penny. I'm like, yeah, they're on the same team. This definitely kills Rashard Penny. Like, this kills all of Rashard Penny's shares if you had him.
I'm purposely letting you go first right now.
But more importantly, it also hurts Chris Carson because Carlos Hyde is a better running back than Rashard Penny, which means he's going to get more carries than Rashard Penny. Also, he's going to be able to run the ball up the middle, which Penny was not good at. He's a big bruising back when they get to the goal line.
Not at 29.
Are you going to give it to the dude who fumbles every other time he touches the ball, or are you going to give it to the dude who is known not to fumble and is a big bruising back to run 1 yard up the gut?
I saw a lot of Texans games where he fumbled in high important situations.
Yeah, he did for that 1 year, but his career, that's not the case. Chris Carson's career is full of fumbles.
I'm going to say, but for Hyde's career, he never rushed for 1,000 yards, and he did last season. So I don't think he's going to be that big-time threat. In Houston, he was the guy. He's not the guy in Seattle. That's
no, absolutely. No, he's not the guy. I just think he's hurting Chris Carson's value just because he's going to steal touchdowns. He's going to be a touchdown vulture. He's just going to wait for them to get there, get in there, run that ball for 2 yards, and take that touchdown.
I think
Chris Carson's going to lose them.
I think I replied to your tweet,
able to get things going on the ground behind that terrible line.
Yeah. Neither of these guys can catch passes, so I mean they're going to probably,
That's the bigger thing is, you're going to see Travis Homer getting in there and getting some pass catches still too. This doesn't hurt Homer at all because that's what he's best at is catching passes.
I want him to be a thing just because his name is Homer.
Mayor Robert Hyde had his best career year ever in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Because he had Nuke Skywalker to take the top off, and games with Fuller healthy.
I mean, he's got plenty of dudes to take the top off in Seattle there, but the problem isn't that. It's more. The problem with that though is that their offensive line is atrocious.
It's just as bad as it was in Houston, honestly.
So
Yeah.
actually, so he might have something here then.
No, but he was like Peacock said, he was the dude in Houston. He's not the dude in Seattle.
All right.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna put it this way. All right. Because at first, like you know, I heard out Justin at first when Justin was like, "This is gonna plummet Carson," because that was Justin's first initial reaction in our group chat. I don't think
No,
that it's gonna do that.
No,
I
his
don't think
stocks.
Yeah.
Like you in draft,
if I
I
can
am
get
actually
Carson in the
targeting
fifth
him
round
now
if I can get
because
Oh,
I
yeah,
can get him
Carson.
lower. Yeah,
Dude,
like his ADP is gonna drop from this
Love it.
because the general public's
But
like,
I'm gonna
he
take
brought in a
Carson,
running
but I'm
back.
still gonna take
Oh, yeah.
Carson.
Yeah, I'm just taking him lower now. That's
Yeah,
my
I took
point. Is like
I
you
took
could
Carson
grab
in the
him 2
sixth.
rounds later now.
Oh. So we're not in a debate.
No, I think
always
it hurts
appreciate-
his stock value, like as where he's being drafted. I actually like it for
You know
fantasy
what?
because now I
Yeah,
can
hey.
get him.
Hey, Justin, if we were in a bar right now, right, and we were just having like that disagreement, you know what I would
We should
do?
be.
I'd be like, "Come here." And we should be in a bar right now.
All right, but this isn't a bar?
Thanks, Miles. This is
No,
Miles.
my
Miles,
bar's
this is
in my
my bar.
garage.
This
Come
is
here,
a
come here,
bar.
Justin.
This is
Justin,
Rumboyz After
Justin, bring it in.
We're
Justin,
on
bring it in.
opposite sides.
Justin, bring it in. Bring it in. Come here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I drunkenly misheard you. All right. I love you, man. I'm sorry. Here, I'm
Hey,
gonna pat your
Robbie,
back.
actually hug
Well,
Justin's
that's
face
bad.
on the screen. Other side.
I mean, man, let me
Behind.
get in on this hug, man. Let me get in. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just
I
throwing
thought
myself
Peacock
in
was the hugger.
I am.
He is. Come here, Miles. Miles, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come here.
there. This is what we have to do in quarantine.
Virtual
Jake,
hug.
Jake, come here. You've been a part of the family for a long time. Come here, Jake. Come here. Bring it in.
I love
Bring
it.
it in. Bring it
Try
in.
to get the Rumboyz in there too.
Oh, a whole lot of
Yeah.
man hugs happened. A whole lot of man hugs happened. I don't know how. I don't know why,
Also,
but we did
purchase Rumboyz Combat Line. We have one sale.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
well, you're next on my list. Also, clock management. 1, 2, 3. I got three T-shirts to buy real
I
quick.
gotta order some joints too, B.
Yep.
You ain't lying.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Gotta order these
Make sure you
joints,
guys
B.
support. But
And
yeah,
the
no.
tanks. It's summertime now. Get you guys some tanks.
Bro. Yo,
Hey,
my Rumboyz tank is so comfortable. I love it. I'm not
Hey,
rocking it
Justin,
right now,
did
but
that joint touch down yet by any chance?
Which one?
The
This one?
No. I just sent him one of those.
no, not for Justin. Not for
Not
Justin.
for Justin. Yeah, I sent him a hat and a playoff rally tag from the playoff game.
Is that
You know
it?
what I'm saying?
On
Yup.
his head.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it.
There it is.
Nice.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
I thought I was hallucinating things. You know what I'm saying? You know, I may or may have not have a.
Bogart, I cannot
Yeah.
say you were not hallucinating things, but you were not hallucinating
Yes.
this.
Yes. No. Yes.
Bogart, Bogey,
I'm
you're 3
enjoying
hours into
myself.
you're 3 hours into your trip, bro.
But no, for real,
It's
for real,
so
I'm
phenomenal.
not expecting the like big dive like of Hyde taking over Carson. I'm gonna shout out the homie Matthew Berry. Matthew Berry actually, for some reason, liked us back. I mean, he hasn't visited the show in forever, but he did visit the show once in our chat. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really fucking cool. He just hopped in the chat, and I was like, only
Hey.
because you saw me in LA.
Matthew Berry.
Yeah, I was like, only because you saw me in
what
LA.
did he ask you? He asked you, how did you get 40 interviews? I got 10.
You have that on your interview, and if the people want the answer to that question, then they need to go on your show
I
to
like
get
what
that.
you did there. Thank
Head to
you.
the GMM Network. No
Yeah,
worries.
Not only
Playmaker
do they need to do
AF
that.
season 1 finale. I also just launched season 2. That episode's dropping tonight. Shout out to my man Don P. The P stands for pimp. There's some pimping tales in there. You know what I mean? It's a great listen. He's also a renowned producer in the music industry. But man, Robbie, thank you for that episode, man. Like,
Yeah,
Robbie, that
no
episode
worries.
was
Oh, hey,
fire.
your show is dope, Bogart. Thank you for also having me on season 1. So I'm proud to be a part of that as well. Super
Oh,
dope,
yeah, man.
great stuff,
Appreciate
very
you, bro.
But
entertaining.
nah,
I appreciate all the Rumboyz.
the homie Matty B had him. The homie LQ from Real Deal Fantasy. You know, we all said the same thing when this news dropped. So we're letting y'all know, like, if three experts is dropping the same shit, shut the fuck up and follow. Yeah, bitch.
Word.
Yes.
All right, final topic of the night, guys.
I don't want it to end.
Tom Brady announced his 9-part documentary, Man in the Arena, coming in 2021. Are sports docs a new wave following The Last Dance? Or we're all 90s kids here. Is this just another fucking fad?
Is it going the way of the Pogs?
Okay. Am I setting this one up, or we going to be Jake again? I'm not.
We changed it up with Justin last time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we got
Oh,
crazy.
Let's go Miles.
So, I guess
let's go Miles first.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay.
Let's spin the wheel.
So for as long as I've been alive, I've loved documentaries in general. I just watch them all. I'm addicted. So whether when it gets into sports, I'm definitely invested into that. ESPN's 30 for 30s and other things like that. The MJ doc has been huge. Now they're going to start doing more of these longer series. I'm not super highly invested in the Tom Brady one because,
We lived it.
Yeah, we lived it. It's nothing like I need to go back and revisit. I think I've been immersed in Tom Brady since the last thing I could remember. But yeah, definitely things as far as sports documentaries are very engaging. I don't think that they're going to just be a fad. It's more like a roller coaster.
They're
going to come and go. They're always going to be here, and maybe they'll peak at certain times and they'll dip back down. The quarantine definitely helped, I think, the whole MJ thing. And that's why everybody's been looking forward to like maybe the next one, but now we're kind of getting out of that, so maybe it's not going to hit as well. And like I said, Tom Brady's a little bit more recent, but I don't think it's just the fad. I think that documentaries in general are great sources of information.
So before we go to our next panelist, really the question that I want to ask here, do you think that maybe quarantine actually provided a positive role for sports documentaries in that seeing that something as well done as the MJ Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls Last Dance, maybe makes you want to look at more sports docs like
previous ones that have already been out there as well. I mean, I've always been intrigued and just interested in watching that and getting the behind the scenes stuff that us as fans don't get to see just from watching games. So yeah, the Last Dance was great. I mean, we got perspectives from everybody, and then they brought us from what they were talking about, and then they rewound it back, and then they kind of meshed it together within an episode. So it was beautifully done, the way that they told the story there and kind of painted the picture of everything that was going on. Because when I was young, I remembered all of that, but I wasn't so immersed into all the detail and the behind-the-scenes things that were going on at the time and all the extra stuff that was surrounding the team, with Jordan's retirement and all the outside stuff. So you get to see that, and that's cool. But like I said, when it's something like Brady that's so recent and fresh in our minds, it just doesn't have that same appeal for me. But maybe that would make it look like a fad. But I think if they went and dug a little bit deeper and brought out another 10-part series on somebody like Wayne Gretzky or something that we just don't have a lot of knowledge.
Give me Wayne Gretzky. Give me Gretzky, please.
Then that would be really cool and something great to keep it from just being a fad and just to continue to build off of that quarantine stuff, because people didn't have anything much else to do and they were looking forward to that every Sunday and watching the whole 2 hours of it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Game of Thrones-ish, not, but with the added quarantine audience. So I think that really helped and really hit. But
yeah,
I don't.
It wasn't supposed to drop in like June initially, and they were like, "Fuck it."
They released it early. They released it early.
Dial it up.
They probably quadrupled views just because they released it now.
Yeah.
Easily. But that's my take on it.
Which way we going here? We're going to
I guess we'll start regular. I'll go, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's let Jake
go.
So
I think they've been around for about 10 years with 30 for 30. And I think they really hit big when they started the U Part 1 for 30 for 30. That's probably the best documentary I've seen with all those guys. And the run they had when they started that.
Those are good. I like the Pony Express one as well.
I don't think they've been a fad starting now. They've just been around since ESPN really made them big. And I think they'll continue just as we go along with athletes in the early 2000s. Now in the next 5 or 6 years we'll have theirs, and then LeBron's going to have his in 7 or 8 years.
Easily.
And then Kobe's going to have his in 4 or 5, and it's going to keep building.
Should just start to do this now.
Well, okay, well, yeah, LeBron's probably already had his because he made a movie already, and he's gonna have his own produced for him. But
You mean
I
Space
think
Jam 2?
athletes who see this are gonna have their own personal ones, which will be the big difference. I'm sure LeBron's gonna have footage backed up with how he felt about things at that spot, and just to have that constantly going. And I think athletes can build a brand in that by having their reactions to things live with technology that there's even more available now. Like Jordan, if you look back at it, I think it's going to be a live reaction of things that happened as they occur. Like Dwayne Wade's career and stuff. Like if he could have had a day or a period of time where you have Giannis constantly reacting to what happened during his career, imagine how it'd be their live reaction to things. You put it in 5-7 years after they retire, and you could completely map all of someone's career starting Luka. If every moment he has on tape, he can have his whole career live reacted in a documentary form and reflect on it.
And
They're
I
going
feel
to
like,
get better and better as we go.
and I feel like that's what the Last Dance taught us. I feel like that's what Last Dance taught us was all right. A lot of entrepreneurs that I've studied have always told, and it's something I have to get better at, is to document everything. Document all the behind the scenes, the grind, all that little shit, because there's going to be someone that's going to appreciate that content. I have to get better at doing that, and unfortunately, I'm having to do that myself. But also with that, was what I learned from The Last Dance was documenting that content makes great content later that someone can monetize from.
Because Jordan failed in that, if we look at it. He looked back at it. Imagine Luka in 10 years after he retires, seeing his 20-year-old self react to a situation that something goes bad.
Dude,
he can laugh at himself.
I don't
that
feel
was
like
my
Jordan,
accent. It's gone. I've been in America so long or something.
I don't feel like Jordan.
Himself.
I don't feel like any of those guys in The Last Dance failed against that. I feel like The Last Dance was the greatest put together sports documentary period.
But I mean, going forward,
I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this Bruce Lee documentary that's about to come out.
Yes.
I want to see his fights on footage and how bad he actually lost, because he said he lost kind of close. But
this Lance Armstrong thing, let's face it, we're all just watching it to see at what part are you going to admit that you just did dope. That's all we care about with that one. But this Bruce Lee one, I feel like, yes, this did pave the way, and I feel like that this did teach a lot of business entrepreneurs, all right, we need to really be documenting, everything, this is what's happening when I'm typing up an article. It may look boring, but, if you could chop that shit up and edit it and make it look really nice, oh, shit,
Yeah, like the Earl Thomas one.
Yeah, I mean, oh, my God.
Snapchat, it's official, man.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Snapchat, give me money.
This has been the Rum
Hold on, I didn't get to hear my take.
Wrong show.
You're ending without
Bogart, go.
Okay, I got going. All right. If they
Jake is one day. He's just finding really quick before you go.
Yeah.
Jake is just finding the right time. He's like, yo, there's gonna be one day where the Rumboyz, we're just gonna break the ceiling, and Robbie's just gonna get a big ass smile across his face, Jake just got me an FCC fine. And he told him
I didn't swear though. I just pointed out it'd be a great story to tell later.
You didn't swear, but you told the line right there because we all knew what fornicating action that you were talking about.
Yep.
We all knew what the fuck that you wanted to do, bro.
We've only been referencing
brother Caden action, actually.
Some brother Caden action, some ancestry.
So that sounds like some southern shit.
I mean, well, here's the thing. All right, we'll talk about. We have to talk about that. We have to go deeper into. Is it ancestry if it's just your bro? I mean, you're not both the same.
No, but no seriousness. Let's just redirect the tracks here. Before we really get pulled off the internet. I like the idea of athletes knowing now.
Bogart, take over. This is your shot. Go. Talk.
Okay. Well, with the Brady show, right? If they're directly ripping off the Last Dance, they could probably do it in a new way where they'll keep flashing back to 20 years of Brady
in New England, and then simultaneously we're keeping up with Brady nowadays with Tampa. You know what I mean? And I think that would be interesting. It'd kind of be like they're ripping off Last Dance and like Hard Knocks. You know what I mean? Like all in one, just rip them off. You know what I mean?
And then you
like,
leave it hanging, like what's going to happen with Brady going into the season or something.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but when is it? Do they say when this thing is coming out?
2021. We just know 2021.
Oh, okay. So they're definitely going to
That's
follow
too
Brady
soon, man.
They're going to follow
Yeah.
Brady throughout the season. And doesn't this scream? To me, it screams that this might be his last year playing. Then, if you're
Oh,
doing
God, I
something
hope
like
so.
this.
Tired of talking about Brady.
No, but I think these will get to a point where, like, the serious nature of them, of like, oh, this guy said this, I don't like him because of this. It's all athletes are petty.
Yo,
So it's gonna be like, we don't care. Jordan was petty, Brady's petty, LeBron's petty, Kobe was petty. Who cares? Let's know the details behind it, and let's
You
know
gotta
what
be petty
happened
to win.
exactly. Like, I don't care that you don't like this guy. Just tell me why.
Is it a
We wanna know the funny
one
stuff.
episode? Is
All
it
right.
a standalone?
no,
or
it's
is it
a nine. It's a nine. Nick,
Nine.
hey, I read the whole question with the 9. I gave
Man.
the whole
I'm
detail.
on psilocybin mushrooms.
I'm excited for the Joe Montana one.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm down
there
to
you
watch
go.
that.
That
Bro,
is a fine
bro,
if we ever
bro.
get fined.
Give me the Joe Montana one now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Killer.
that's a good one, bro.
Yeah, there's like $1 million on Jerry Rice. Why not Joe Montana?
Right?
Well,
All right.
you know, it used to make me mad when I would see Joe Montana peddling Skechers or like Papa John's pizza. I'd be like, "God, what are you doing, man? You're the GOAT."
Hey, really quick. Hey,
Brett
fellas.
Favre, Copperfit.
fellas,
Is that
I know.
Wrangler jeans?
This is gonna be the weirdest
Copperfit
question.
Wrangler jeans.
This is gonna be the weirdest. Listen, this is gonna be the weirdest sports question that
I
you've
like this
ever been
question
asked
already.
on this sports channel, probably on any sports channel. All
Not
right,
surprised.
fellas. So look, everyone knows I like my relaxation time. Anyone that's been with the company long enough knows that like I like my days where like I'll randomly turn on my phone. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm going shooting today. Yeah, guys, I'm going fishing today. One of the other things I like to do is I may go and I may practice on my swing, and I may either go to the batting cage or I'll go in and go golfing. Right? So check this
Word.
out. This weekend, actually, mañana, I believe. I can't remember the exact combination of teams. I know that it's Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's right,
Peyton
the
Manning.
golfing joint.
Yeah, Peyton Manning,
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson,
Yep.
Tom Brady, Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's Peyton Manning and Phil versus Tiger and Brady.
Oh,
Never
there
seen
it
Brady
is.
golf.
I've
never seen Brady golf.
guys, I think that I actually might tune into this. I just want to
I'm
ask:
100%.
are we
Where's this
watching
at?
this? Are we
Where's
watching
this
this?
at?
I don't know what course.
So-
I don't know what course. I think it's a course in Florida.
I think it's in Tampa. It's in Tampa somewhere.
Tampa,
I know for a fact. Yeah.
Tampa?
bro. So if
Tampa
it's
Bay,
a Florida
yeah.
course, if it's like Florida
Home course advantage.
no,
He's
bro,
already
no.
cheating. He's already cheating. He deflated the golf ball.
Fuck,
Here's the thing.
bro.
Here's my
Played
take
it
real
golf
quick.
ball.
We can go in line.
Florida courses are crazy, bro.
Yep. Here's the thing. Peyton Manning, besides throwing a football, is the worst, most uncoordinated athlete I've ever seen.
Oh,
with
I'm
everything
sorry.
he does besides delivering a football.
It's Tiger
So-
and Peyton versus Phil and Brady.
Yes.
Oh,
Peyton
Tiger
does not
Peyton?
seem like a guy who can golf.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Tiger Peyton.
Just everything
So
he does
Tiger's
is so
gonna carry
uncoordinated.
Peyton.
I have to go against Peyton in this one.
Yo,
Romo
bro.
should have been in there. They should have thrown Romo in and made it a little
but-
more
All right,
interesting
that's
instead of
not
Brady. I
fair.
don't know
That's
what Brady
not
has.
fair. Romo plays PGA practically, right? Isn't he
Yeah.
PGA?
He's a
They
scratch
said-
player.
Am I
He-
crazy? Didn't Romo come off an injury and then
He has a
like,
pretty
play
low
golf?
handicap. I know that much. Like,
Yeah.
he's like-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He broke his vagina and then went to go play
All
golf.
right, so wait,
I'm going-
clarification. It's Peyton Tiger, Brady, Phil Mickelson.
I watch it for the golf swing alone. I want to see Peyton's golf swing if he kicks his leg out, like when he throws.
Oh.
What if he goes Omaha right before he swings? Omaha.
Yes. Oh, he'll be hilarious for sure. He'll probably be drunk on Budweiser, the brand that he sponsors, and just have a good time. And Brady will be like, I don't want to lose.
Oh,
Take it way too
shit.
serious.
Brady's gonna take this so serious.
Peyton Manning they did a Zoom call together, and Peyton Manning was talking about it, and he was saying I think that we all took the right teammates here. I think that Phil got the right teammate with Tom, and they have a combined 11 championships. You know, me and Tiger have a combined 15 championships or whatever the number is. Yeah. So I look forward to winning this with them.
Bro, all right. So really quick,
17 championships.
Before I get everyone's picks, and really quick before we get into picks, what are the teams again?
Peyton Manning and Tiger. Peyton Tiger.
It's Peyton
Nicholson Brady.
Nicholson Brady. Before we get into this,
Tiger.
Gentlemen, we have a Saturday. We don't have work unless any of the writers drop an article.
Let's cover it.
He's like, let's cover it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Are we watching this? Like, are we doing it? Like, do we? Like, I kind of want to give a fuck about this.
If my dad calls me up,
I won't be. I'm dropping my episode tomorrow.
I will be watching golf for the first time.
Oh, yes, during the day.
This much.
Dude, I'm watching golf.
If it happens.
I'm watching golf.
I swung a golf club this last weekend for the first time since my bicep surgery over a year ago, and it was fucking great. I bet you I can knock the shit out of a ball again, so I'm definitely watching this golf.
I'm always putting my money on the Peacock. I'm always putting money on the Peacock.
Dude, all right, so it sounds like that we are all watching tee-off time tomorrow. Do we have a time for tomorrow? Do we know what times are?
Let's get and if we don't cover it, let's get a group thread at least. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, let's get a group thread. Let's get a thread.
Yeah.
Let's get a thread going in Discord. Let's get Discord popping.
You already have a thread. Exactly. Okay.
Tea time. Or
tea time, buddy.
Robbie, I'm going to have to head out of here.
Well, before you head out, you do know that you have to sign off and plug because we're about to sign off and plug right now.
Let's do it.
Is this pay-per-view?
Who do you got?
No, it's not pay-per-view. It's on CBS.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Because the first one was, as it says, the match, and I was like, the first one was a pay-per-view. I remember, which is terrible.
Holy crap, that'd be ridiculous.
Hey,
it was like $20 to watch Tiger versus Phil golf.
Just, I just want to say, I wanted you to have that playoff rally tell. I grabbed a few when I went to the
appreciate
game.
that, man.
And like, bro, because I'm like a superstitious man, and like I need another faithful to just have a piece
around the horn.
Because when we were there, bro, I'm telling you.
Hey, around the horn, let's sign out.
Bro, that playoff games.
Around the horn, let's sign out. We start off. Jake, let them know where they can find you. Let them know what it is. What do you have next? Talk that shit. Promote that shit. Let's go. I'm sorry for yelling.
So I will have an article, I guess, on the Gilbert Burns Tyron Woodley fight coming up. I'll knock that out real quick. And how it's going to turn out with if Tyron loses this, I don't see him fighting anymore because Dana does not like him and he does not want to fight unless he gets paid. So what will we do after that? And you can find me Rumboyz Combat Twitter, Rumboyz Combat Sportscaster, Rumboyz Combat on the website, rumboyz.net. .com.
Search that
.com.
Roll that R. Rumboyz.
I know, Rumboyz.
I cannot do that. I took 4 years of Spanish, 1 year in college. I can't do it.
Justin, talk that shit.
Make sure you guys subscribe to Clock Management on YouTube. It's super easy to do. Make sure you follow us on social media. We got all of them. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're at on social media, we have one. Go follow us. Yeah, we'll interact on there.
Me and Justin got dance moves, bro. He hasn't dropped the video yet, but
not yet. Yeah, it's coming.
We got this kid in play.
They sing "I Want Candy," by the way, from Aaron Carter.
It's dropping as soon as the Niners win the Super Bowl. And we got an episode coming out tomorrow, so make sure you guys check that out.
Yes, definitely check out Justin on Clock Management, obviously in all the places, especially on Twitter, where I like to follow him and steal all his rankings.
And that's the only one that's different. Management Clock.
Yeah. It's the only one that's flip-flop.
But I like to
dyslexic.
I like to steal all his ideas as far as players' rankings and different formats there. So good quality content there. You can obviously follow me on Twitter as well at @FF_Peacock, like you see on my display name there. I'm also on Instagram under Muscle Up Miles. I don't post anything fantasy related there, but if you want to get to know me and kick it, you can hit me up there. And then obviously on rumboyz.com, where I'm pushing out articles as one of the main editors. We had 3 come out just late this week. And I got a couple more in store as far as NFC North draft grades, and then a couple of other ADP battles, and that fantasy tight end preview part 2, the Peacock Stock Watch, coming at you pretty soon. So go ahead and check out rumboys.com for all of that great content.
Yes. Okay, Bloody. Well, you can find me at the Bloody GMM Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to subscribe to that joint. I don't know why I affected a British accent.
That was great.
It works.
It's his Terry McLaurin impression.
Yeah.
You should have never stopped.
Subscribe to me on the Bloody GMM Network. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube. Follow me on the IG on the same handle. That's the Bloody GMM. I mean, actually, if I say Bloody, they might search that out. They might be like Bloody, like GMM.
They won't. But
follow me
yes,
at the GMM Network on IG and Twitter. Also, if you want to, check out my music flavor. You can follow me at Bogart Scott Free World as well on IG, and search me on all streaming platforms. But definitely subscribe to GMM Network on YouTube. We just dropped the episode with shout out to Blake BWB from Blitz with Blake. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, one of the newest signees.
Yes, please everybody make sure to sign up with MKF, Monkey Knife
Monkey
Fight.
Knife Fight.
You know what I'm saying? Use the promo code Rumboyz. You know what I mean? Get all the merch on rumboys.com. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta run it up, Rumboys and girls. We gotta run it up. Run it up. You know what I mean?
Support the crew.
Run it all the way up.
So I'm gonna sign off the whole show like this. Check us out on rumboys.com. Rumboys.com is getting a brand new overhaul over the probably next week or so, where we are going to have links for all of our podcasters to where you can link to their shows directly through our website a lot easier. So they're not
just pump the rumboys.com like a juggernaut. Like a fucking juggernaut. We gotta pump that shit.
Yeah.
Tune into the Flex On 'Em Fantasy Football Podcast, officially part of the Rumboys crew, and it will be on the website. I'll send you the links.
You are the editor. You are the editor.
That's right.
So our overhaul is coming on rumboys.com. Look, I'll be honest. A lot of you guys have been seeing a lot of new over here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. And honestly, it's for a very beautiful and very positive reason. We try to take this to the up and up. We're trying to take this beyond sights of what we probably thought that we were capable of doing ourselves. We're pushing each other. We're uplifting each other. And that's what we're really going to continue to do. You can catch... You can
get some real insight too on things other than fantasy, specifically like behind the scenes shit. Be sure to check out Business and Brews too. It's a new series. It's fucking incredible. Like check out Joe. We had
Monkey Knife Fight the other day.
Monkey Knife Fight. Yep, incredible episode. Like it's a different side of Robbie too, the Admiral. You know what I mean? Like this is where you see the behind the scenes mentality that, you know what I'm saying, like of the business side of the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Pulling the levers and gears. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah. You know, I mean, if you really rock with us, you're going to support anything and everything we do. Aside from that, like I said, check out rumboys.com. Check out all of our sponsors, monkeyknifefight.com. I appreciate CBRD for recently hopping on with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network within the last 48 hours. I appreciate Fanatics.com for hopping on with us. I'm going to have a new link and a new promo code dropping for you guys probably this Memorial Day weekend. We'll have a new promo code dropping for you guys.
Christmas in May.
Yep. You know, so we got 25%. We've been dropping 25% off back-to-back weeks over on Fanatics.com whenever you shop our link. So if you need, that new you need that new D-Hop jersey. You need that new David Johnson jersey. You need
The Scottish lad?
You know, that a Terry McLaurin jersey, you know, let me know what it is, what you need. You know, I got a link for you to hook you up, and you get that 25% off when you use the promo codes that we get week by week. But other than that, we greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. We're not going to stop grinding for any of you. We're going to keep dropping fire content as much as possible. We're all invested in this project. We've been growing this project since it was a baby. And that's not just myself included, because these fellas that are here, they've been invested as much time as I have. We wake up, we think about this, we put it out for y'all. So with that, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly, thanks for tuning in.
We love y'all. Peace.
We love y'all. Brrrah.